All right. Well, I've started stream. Let's give some people some time to get in.
All right.
Yep. I should have a starting soon screen, but I don't. I'll get around to it at some point. Maybe. I don't even have a starting soon stream screen for my own thingy. I'm just.
Um, yeah. I mean, if you want something, let me know.
Oh.
I made my own. I
Hmm.
also made Oyamax
Oh, really? Huh.
starting screens. Yeah.
I
Um,
I can make them on my own. I just haven't had the
Lazy.
drive. Yeah, I'm lazy.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
lazy. Yeah, I
Yep.
feel you.
I mean, I had like some old stuff that, I used, but it was kind of meh.
You send me
But,
some inspo, I can create you some fun stuff.
ooh. I did all the branding on my channel myself. I've got all my emotes and all my little about me section kind of things.
Yeah. That was
But I just need to do some motion graphic stuff, I guess. Alright. Well, looks like we've got some people filtering in. So, how about you introduce yourselves? Uh,
who wants to go first?
you go first. Can,
Oh, okay.
can you get a
Um,
thumbs up, Foz? Yes, you can.
thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs
Thumbs
up
up.
to you. Thumbs up. Major thumbs up. Thumbs up to you. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, I am Nerdy, aka Senior Nerdy, but just call me Nerdy.
Is it
Uh,
senor or
Senor, hello,
senor?
maestro. Yes.
Why
uh,
senor?
because if you translate it the right, it means Lord, and I am the
Oh.
Lord of the Nerds.
Oh. You, you're the Lord of the Nerds. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm Nerdy. I am a VTuber.
Hell yeah.
Nobody's seen my real face except for once when it was on for 2 seconds because I clicked the wrong button changing scenes on
Oh
stream.
no. Hopefully no one caught that.
Good thing nobody caught it because it was just starting.
Yay. Did you panically stop stream?
I did. I went back and deleted my VOD too. I
Yep.
was like, "No, no, 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 no. Nobody can know what I really look like.
Yeah, no, you gotta hide that.
Nobody knows my true identity, that I have a human face."
Oh god, not the human face.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm nerdy. I play Dr. Jeremy, well, former Dr. Jeremy.
Wait, former?
Jimmy, yeah, he got fired. Long
What? How did
story.
he get fired? Alright, we gotta talk about that at
I
some
got
point.
sick and I was inactive for way too long.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get
Uh
rehired?
no, I have a new doctor character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. So you just
Yep.
made a new doctor instead of trying to get rehired?
Yeah, because I'm gonna make Jeremy do some fun stuff
Ooh,
finally.
crime?
And then I also play a criminal named a psychotic individual who I can't really say is a criminal, but more of a serial killer named Edward Hyde.
Mmm.
And all of them sound different.
Yeah, I'm impressed by your voice work. Alright. Pally? Pally?
Oh, sorry. Hello, everybody.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm Pally. Some people know me as Pally. I go by Fat Pally, but Pally is okay.
Yeah. I
Um,
feel weird calling you like Fat Pally. That seems
it it
rude.
it's 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 a weird story about how the name came about, but I am pretty much a player of all things games, but on the most people know me as William Fox, the EMS, as
Yay.
my primary. But I do have a few characters that I don't really play as much.
Don't you have a
Uh,
dispatcher?
he quit. He quit
Oh,
the dispatching.
did you not like it?
There was a lot of situations going on that just led me to like not really want to do it anymore and not play him
Oh.
anymore. Um, But yeah, so like did play a character Wilberfox. I have a character Ares Theos, who is Aphrodite's
Oh
brother.
yeah. No, you're not the one
And
that died, right? That she
no,
killed.
no, 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 no. That was Apollo.
I still don't
Um,
get the lore around those characters. Are they actually like Greek gods?
we are Greek gods taking flesh form to basically walk amongst the citizens of Los Santos.
Hmm.
Ah.
So
Um,
you're not just crazy people?
no, no, no. We are actual embodiments of the actual Greek gods.
Okay, okay. Good to know.
And my last character that I play as is Rebecca Fox. No, not Rebecca Fox. Rebecca Jones. And I don't really play her as much because I long story.
I think I've seen you at Uwu.
Yeah, that's when I can actually get in and not have to rely on being on the EMS ticket. I usually play her when I get a chance to.
Nice, nice.
Um, but yeah, those are pretty much the characters I play at the moment.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, that's good to know. All right. Well, uh, I'll leave it up to you where you want to start off. Do you just want to talk about your characters some more? Want to talk about roleplay, where your stories are right now? Uh, Nerdy, how about you go first? Is there anything you've been dying to talk about?
I mean, sh- should we just start like with how the RP journey started? Like
Yeah,
what got
sure.
us into RP? All
Yeah.
right. So I started as a viewer at the just like probably mostly everybody I
Yeah.
know
I
when
can't
the
imagine.
world went to shit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
when the global pandemic made us stay inside and do nothing for a long time.
Yeah.
I started watching a lot of streams, and it's weird how the rabbit hole happened because I'm an avid like tech YouTuber. I love watching all the tech YouTube videos, and like one of my
Oh.
favorites are is iJustine, who is like an
Oh.
Apple diehard, which rumor mill has it is that Steve Jobs has a restraining order on her.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah, so just let you know how far she goes back.
Ooh.
um, but I started watching her, and she had a friend named Matt. He had his own YouTube channel, and he was like, you know, talking about games and stuff. Lo and behold, many years later of just watching his stuff, he becomes Nade Shot, um, who is now currently one of the owners of 100 Thieves.
Oh.
And he was playing Among Us with a group of people, um, known as OTV and I guess
Oh, I've heard of
friends.
them.
And I started watching like the Among Us stuff, and then they came out with their Rust RP server, which where I found RP.
Ooh.
Because
Man.
I ended up coming across Milton T. Pike, who
Oh,
plays the
Milton.
Chanel,
Yeah.
um,
God, I
and
love Milton.
Space Boy.
Oh.
And I started watching this stuff from Kiki and then found more people. And I never knew what like RP was and that there was a GTA, custom map that people could play all together like GTA Online and actually create stories.
Hmm.
And I was like, holy shit, this thing is actually pretty cool. Um, so I applied to
When was
No
this?
Pixel. This was, I want to say, right after 3.0 launched.
Oh, that's the
Um,
hardest time to get in. What were you doing?
right after, well, here's the thing. I applied and failed all 5 apps.
What?
Mhm.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
And
So the
then?
story gets better.
Oh, now I'm
um,
intrigued.
one rebel streamer with a lot of viewers, XQC,
Ooh.
basically what led to the formation of the public servers, him having to kind of prove that he can
Oh.
RP to get back into the whitelist server. So I started day of launch in the No Pixel public servers. I started RPing there. I was there for about a month to where I received a DM from an admin saying, "Hey, we would like to get you whitelisted
Hell yeah.
for uh, the main server." And I said, "Fuck yes, I'll take it." Um, Battling Q God and
Yep.
all. Um, then a couple months later, because I was still RPing in public as a doctor, which the
Mm.
original Dr. Jeremy looks like nothing like the
Oh.
current Dr. Jeremy.
Does he
Oh
act
God.
different as well?
They're very much the same. They're very much the same. They just look totally different. Actually, Jimmy somewhat has the original Jeremy face.
Oh.
Yeah. I started continuing with public, and we got a message from Oath, who played Dr. Blake, aka Logan Taylor from the PD,
Ooh.
saying, "Hey, we want to get a group of you guys whitelisted to join the doctors in the main server." And I was like, "Haha, good news for you. I'm already whitelisted."
Nice. So you could have
um,
gotten whitelisted twice.
yeah. So I basically provided them what with the Jeremy information because Jeremy was my second character on Whitelist. Jimmy's actually my first character from Whitelist, and it's so good to have him back around. Everything.
Ooh, I love Jimmy.
Um, and lo and behold, close to 2 years later, I am part of the No Pixel staff team,
Yeah, I wanted to ask
as
about that.
in No Pixel support. Basically, when there's questions in the Discord and certain things, we can kind of help guide people without giving them like the full answers. Um, Usually the main answer is find out in RP for stuff like that. Like
Oh.
things you should be finding out in RP, you should be finding out in RP. Um, Things that are like technical issues will guide you into the direction. Like, okay, yeah, that every time you get into a car, you void through. Maybe you should
Hmm.
put in a bug report. Stuff like that. And yeah,
I've recently
and
heard people complaining about the find out in RP thing.
yeah, it's a big thing. And
Yeah.
I
Uh
mean,
I think
we
people
can't
get
tell you all the
yeah.
secrets to how to do things.
Yeah.
You know
I think
that's the fun in
people
the adventure.
get a little frustrated about like the keybinds thing when they're first starting
Hmm.
out. I feel like it would be nice if there was like a guide for that.
How to do your keybinds.
Yeah. How, what do you use to open the inventory? Because that's always a really scuffed question to ask.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it would be nice to have just a little help guide, but
Yeah, no, I enjoy it, and RP has
yeah.
definitely opened up many doors to where a little over a year ago I started streaming.
Yay.
Yeah, so I mean, and I get to meet amazing people. Like I mean, I met you guys through Jimmy.
Yeah.
I've met some people, some amazing people through playing my character Ed. I met a whole bunch of amazing people playing Jeremy. So it's like I get to
Yeah.
meet all these people from around the world.
You balance a
I
lot of
get to
characters,
yeah,
which is really interesting.
yeah.
Because I think most of the people
Oh,
I've talked to on here only really have one main character.
yeah. So, I mean, I have 3.
Yeah.
Ed is just kinda taking a break until my vocals and my mouth is, like, 100% healed,
Mm.
because his voice is a little rough to
Yeah,
hold
I
for
can I can
4 to 5
imagine.
hours. Um, so
Jimmy's a character.
Jimmy is another voice that can take a toll on me.
I imagine even more.
Yeah. Like, Jimmy's super high pitched, Ed sounds like fucking Beetlejuice, and
Oh.
Jeremy is just my normal speaking voice, just dropped a little bit.
Hmm. Interesting. All right,
Yep.
Pally, what about you?
Okay,
You don't have to
so
be so quiet, by the way.
Mm,
I'm it's out of respect. I just I let people talk because it's out of respect. My RP journey actually starts a little bit before NoPixel. I don't know if anyone is familiar with a server called the Family RP. Um,
Oh, I heard about
Yes.
that. Oh my god.
I was whitelisted for that because
Wait,
of all the
really?
people.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. The
Uh,
drama.
oh geez, yeah. It was like Family RP came out because of like I think it was like state of I can't remember
State
what
of
the server was before.
emergency?
Something like that. I think it was a server before that. Like people uh, flocked to this
Wasn't
one.
wasn't the family like Twitch RP before it or no? Or is that another?
Um, it was no. That was a different one. That was a different separate server.
Yeah.
So I got whitelisted for that, and I don't think I really did anything on there. I mean, I just did like I tried to get traction on there, but like
I
it
think
was
they
so
had like,
intimidating at first.
yeah, didn't they have really small like player cap?
Yeah,
So it was like really hard to get in.
yeah. So like I played around, messed around on there, and I noticed a lot of people were going to no pixel, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll at least give it a shot. Like I applied first time, they denied it. I applied the second time, which was with the donation application that you can do.
Is this in 1.0?
Yeah.
This was like 1.0, 2.0.
Oh.
Like I've been around since like late 1.0.
So you were around when
Whoa.
like the apps were like open.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
So like same thing. I got into no pixel, didn't know what to do, tried my best to RP, wasn't getting anywhere. Um, then all of a sudden, like late 2.0, a guy by the name of Hydra Please he's on Twitch, does a lot of like different stuff. He plays a character called John Hydra who was able to get my application through to the EMS.
Oh.
So I was able to get a application and an interview, and unfortunately, because of the way the trains were, the tickets were, the queue, I literally had to do it in Discord. So I did my
Oh.
interview for EMS outside of the server.
Oh, that's rough.
So I get in and I go through like all the training, like back when like it was Pillbox, uh, kind of into Viceroy,
Was this in
and
2.0?
this was in 2.0.
Ooh.
We still had Pillbox up until like late 2.0 into 3.0, and then we got
Yeah.
Viceroy like early 3.0. Um, and it's been a blast ever since. Like I can honestly say that like I love being around and trying to role play. I'm not the best. I'm not saying I'm going to be like the next big character on the server, but I at least love like logging in and making an attempt.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for like EMS, I wouldn't have not have met like so many other people. Um,
For how long?
and
For how long you've been EMS? I'm surprised you're not like a higher rank. Do you just not want to be?
there's a lot of in character reasons
Ah.
why like he's basically been told by several people like don't chase ranks and all this other stuff, and like it's gotten to a point where like he's just like, okay, get on duty, do the work, go and sign off.
Hmm.
And he does want to be like, he wants to move up, like he doesn't want to be an AEMT forever, and it may get to the point where you don't even see Will as an EMS anymore.
Oh no.
You may see him in PD, you may see him DOC, but
I could
like
see DOC Will.
but
You would interact with my lifer character.
yeah.
Oh,
So
I have a lifer.
Oh yeah, I
it's
remember. Yeah, who was your lifer?
Meowth. He is
I don't think I've met
a guy who
you.
wears a cat mask all the time.
mhm.
Wait, did I meet you like maybe
Mhm.
once? I
Yeah,
knew
we
you
were with the
had a
Mad Kitties.
lifer.
Yep. But I could
so
see Will doing DOC
Yeah, I could
for
see
yeah.
it.
sure.
So
He's not exactly the hardest like person,
no, like
to
he has a heart of gold, and
yeah.
like it kind of leads him into situations where like after the fact, and he's been told several times like don't be so hard on yourself, and it's like like,
Jimmy says it all the time.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm
Jimmy
I'm gonna be
Jimmy
hard on Will.
yeah.
Oh,
Jimmy
because
is, Will's brother, by the way,
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
adopted brother, so he brings the chaos, I bring the calm. It's
Calm.
a it's a it's a
Yeah, they're a very
winning
weird
pair.
combination.
But, yeah, like, I do I see him, like, one day being, like, paramedic and lieutenant? Yeah, but right now, it's just not in the cards.
I think he has it in him. I don't know if he takes like a leadership role. I think that there are some people that like really step up and like do above and
Yeah,
beyond. But it's like hard to judge how to get that role, how to be
yeah.
a leader. Like that's just something that has to happen. It's not something you can force, which is the hardest
No,
part.
you can't there's no, like, book on how to be a leader.
Yeah.
You either have the leadership qualities or you don't.
Like I
And
would not know how to even try.
it's like it's been before the whole rework, it was gatekept behind critical care. And
Oh, really?
now
Oh.
yeah, like,
I guess that
you
kind of
couldn't
makes sense.
and so, like, now, like, no one knows, and it's like, people always will say, like, "Yeah," like, don't there's no, like, set steps like, "Hey, follow 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then boom, you're a paramedic." No. So, it's like, he just continues and does his job
Yeah.
and tries to be around the people that, like, he cares about, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you'll get it.
yeah.
What about you, Nerdy? Do you have any aspirations for higher ranks?
I mean, Jimmy, like, I'll get into Jimmy's mentality
Oh
real
yeah,
quick. Jimmy's
Jimmy is.
mentality is like, I'm here to take over the world.
Oh.
That is Jimmy's mentality. Like, he's like, if you give him power, he's gonna show you power hungry. He'll go
Oh
within his
no.
means of like doing things the right way,
Am I giving him too
but
much
like
power as a superhero?
he's one of those people. It's like, oh, Jimmy is, I could have him run for chief of EMS. Y'all thought Rib was bad?
Oh no. Candy for everyone.
Yeah, like if Jimmy would have a stipend. You come on duty, you have to drop like 5 pieces of candy inside the thing. Like
Oh
he would
god.
be that person. That would be his thing. Like he's always about candy
That
and
sounds terrifying.
yeah. But it's like he's a lighthearted character.
Yeah.
Like nothing can like make him angry. Nothing can make him
Nothing?
like truly sad because he is literally just pure sugar incarnated in human form. Like
There's got
that's
to be
his thing. He is
something that
sugar.
could make him sad.
Like the only time he gets sad is like I know I did like this big thing with Riv son, like Jimmy blamed himself like I killed Riv's son.
Oh
Mr. Riv's
yeah.
going to be so angry. Like that's Jimmy for you.
Yeah,
But like
what
to give
happened
him a
there?
piece of candy and he's like he's good. Like
Yeah.
Jimmy's back to normal.
Didn't he
Like
get go to prison because he murdered a bunch of locals with a
locals, yeah.
it was with
I
a
literally punched a whole bunch of locals and
I thought you
he
like
went to jail.
stabbed them.
No, I
No,
Will
no.
was right there. I was just beating the shit
Oh.
out of him.
He punched him, and then Bloom showed up, and he arrested him, and
That's
now,
kind of
as Jimmy says, he has street cred.
I
yeah.
have street cred. Yep.
That's a little messed
I
up. The
have some
locals
street
try and
cred.
kill
It's
us all the
fine.
time. It's just
Yeah.
preemptive.
And,
Oh.
Will, to this day, is like, well, what if he was there, right there? He could have explained it all away. He could have prevented him from going to jail. He could have just said, "Hey, the locals attacked us," and it would have been fine. But he
Mhm.
wasn't there in time, and
Would that
he
have
went
been
to
a
jail.
lie?
No, it would not have been a lie because
Those
locals are
locals those
literally
locals
you
be
can sit
local.
down and they will target random characters.
You've gotten shot several times by them.
Yeah, yeah. I even went to it was like the latest one was like high powered Brownings. I think I got shot by Marabunta.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the locals are like insane.
They just
Like the
really don't like
locals
us.
like I know when we joined, like when Simone Memorial was constructed, like they had to like remove this race because these gang members were actually coming into the hospital. Like the simplest thing would just tick them off.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn, people are gonna be angry that we're getting these removed, but
Yeah.
there's only so much you can take mentally of being killed by a local while standing in the front door of a hospital.
Aristus says he still thinks it's because you're wearing pink and that's the Mayor Buta's colors. I don't think the AI is that good.
I don't know,
No,
man. Have you met the
and the
AI? They say some crazy
and
things.
on and honestly, I think the only reason why I wore pink was the one day where it was like can't remember who was wearing it originally, but then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear this. This looks cool." And then like I just kept wearing pink,
Yeah,
and
the
then
pink camo. Was that for breast cancer awareness?
I don't think it was like I actually had a whole getup. I think I had to remove because I was getting a whole bunch of FTO kind of garb together for
Oh.
like different situations. So one of them had to go, and that was that one. But I can always remove one that I don't use and bring it back.
Yeah. I. Oh,
All
man.
of Jimmy's outfits consist of like clothing ideas from everybody else, and he's
Oh.
mostly dresses like as Will majority of the time.
Oh, that's
Cowboy
a
hats,
little
cowboy
weird.
boots. That's Jimmy.
Hmm.
Hmm. He's got
Same
a weird thing with
hairstyle.
Will.
Like Jimmy's harmless.
Yeah. Is he? I mean, he killed all those locals.
I mean, true. That is
Locals,
true.
local lives do
If
not
she made
matter.
it play. Local
I
lives
think
do
they
not matter.
do.
Exactly.
There's got to be some love for the locals in a way, maybe.
Yeah, I love to pick them up and drop their bodies in other places.
See, Jimmy is kind of psychotic. There's
I
no
just
way
do that
around
on
it.
any character.
Even your doctor.
Yep.
Oh god.
No one is truly safe.
Hmm. All right. Tell me more about the mentality of your characters. Pally, how about you go first?
Okay,
Since
mentality of my character.
yeah.
Um, well, my mentality comes from his upbringing. Pretty
Oh.
much he was the atypical hometown guy, like told to go and do everything his parents told him to do. Like basically, like you're supposed to graduate high school, go into the army, make something of yourself. So he goes, graduates high school, goes to the army, gets stationed, and pretty much does what he's told. Up until the point where he gets discharged from the army, he's always been like what he's done things that other people want him to do. So
Oh.
now he's just trying to come into his own of like, okay, well, what does Will want to do? What is what does Will think? Like the whole mentality of like,
Will wants to crash his car and almost die a bajillion times.
no, 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 no.
I
It's it's it's
I love
it's like
responding to those calls.
Yeah.
it's like a convergence between what he's known all his life and this new life of like now he's on his own, he's in a new city and what to do. Like
Yeah.
he's like the stoic, like older brother kind of type where it's like he doesn't want to see people get hurt, he doesn't want to see people upset,
Yeah.
and
I
sometimes it just gets him in situations where he should not be.
yeah, all the time. Oh. Will is always interesting to me cuz I feel like we started like becoming closer friends like almost out of nowhere. Like one day it just kind of happened.
It's weird because it's like he he doesn't have a lot of friends.
Oh.
So like EMS was like his friends. And so like whenever he's like off duty, he's struggles to find friends, but like everyone seems to kind of be doing their own thing. So it's like he always gravitates towards the things that he knows versus the uncertainty of things out in the world.
Hmm.
So like that's why a tendency to have him constantly like on duty because like he knows that situation. He knows that area. Like this is like his comfort blanket, if you,
Yeah.
for lack of a better
That
term.
makes sense.
So it's like he could go off duty anytime he wants, but what does he do? It's like,
Hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. Will's always been kind of the quiet, like, more reserved character, I think. That, I don't know, he's kind of like got wisdom in a way.
yeah, like I can play him like that, and then like okay, so I got like Rebecca, who's like that like bubbly kind of like weird, quirky kind of person, but
Yeah.
still like I always manage to kind of be kind of reserved and like kind of observe the situation, and
Yeah.
I'll make comments occasionally
Yeah.
when the situation warrants it,
Will always
and
seems to know more than I expect him to. Like, I'm always surprised by like, oh, he knows about that.
like in what way, like what things, because
Uh,
like
like, I don't know, it just seems like you're observant. Like, what comes to mind? What comes to mind? I think just about the goings on of all the other EMS. Like,
yeah, like I
Logan, you pick up on a lot of stuff with them. Uh,
well, it's for me like the situation with like Logan likes to like when Logan is going to get hurt because Logan will always tweet out like ow or something
yeah.
like that, and then like not even like 5-10 minutes later you'll get like a 911 and it's Logan. It's like it's gotten to the point where it's like, well, it's like I hope it's not Logan.
It's always Logan.
Yeah. So like he's always thinking, always like observing the people that like are hanging around, and he's mindful, respectful of other people, and sometimes he picks up on a lot of stuff that like he keeps in the back of his mind to where it could be useful at some point.
Hmm. Yeah. I always like that about him. Nerdy, what about you? Did you want to talk a little bit about your character's mentality? Or maybe your mentality around playing them?
My main focus is like whenever I'm playing any of my characters, I want people to have fun with them.
Makes sense.
Whether it be like super serious RP with Jeremy or this lighthearted craziness with Jimmy or this like total pure insanity with Ed. I just always like I'm mindful of like what people do around them. Like I don't want people getting in trouble. I don't want to get people in trouble. Unless
Yeah.
it's what our characters need. If our characters need to be in trouble, they will be in trouble.
Yeah.
But I try
I,
to keep it like super fun. Just because of like my acting background and stuff
ooh.
that I've done,
Yeah.
it's always been like, you trust the partner and, build with your partner.
Yeah.
If you have a script in front of you, you still got to you have to have trust for the writers. You have to have trust for, your directors and stuff like that. So, RP is very much the same way because it's pure improv based
Hmm.
and you have to have fun. You have to just, not hold back and enjoy it in any form that you do. If you're, playing your character more stern and serious, that's you're going to have fun with that. What levels can you take? All right, with Jeremy, his thing was with the interns that he used to take, if they didn't listen, he would drop them from the roof.
Oh.
Like it's still funny, and it's hilarious because, if you drop anybody in the real world off a roof, they're in pain or dead. With doctors in digital characters, they get back up, they're just limping.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
love
I
the
want to make sure it's fun.
I love how fall damage is treated on No Pixel.
Yep.
It's just the least serious thing ever.
Falls off Maze Bank Towers, I trip.
Yeah, that's what happened to Joanna yesterday. I fell off Maze Bank Tower and I landed in the fountain. I was like, oh, I hit the water. I'm fine. It's like Minecraft.
Yeah. But like I like to make sure people are having fun and that's my
Yeah.
main goal.
I always have fun with Jimmy. I'm excited for the future arc we have of being superheroes together.
Oh,
It's
it's gonna
gonna
be
be.
freaking wonderful.
I've been making stuff for the little merchandise shop. We're gonna
Oh, heck
capitalize the
yeah.
shit out of it.
Oh, hell yeah. Corner
I'm
of market that's not been quartered yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about being a superhero and spreading the brand around, making money.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get Will to invest.
Yep. But like
He's
my main
already
thing is, oh, go ahead.
he's already said that he's willing to. He just
Oh,
wants to like there's certain situations, certain
Contract. We need to find a
circumstances. Yeah,
lawyer.
I need he
there's
needs a
stipends.
contract because he doesn't. It goes back to the whole thing where it's like he wants to make like he's cold. I don't want to say cold and calculated, but he's calculating and he thinks like 4 steps ahead. So it's
Yeah.
like he doesn't invest or put energy into something that he knows he's not going to get any resounding energy or investment back on.
Hmm. I would definitely get something back. I don't know if it's gonna
Some
make money,
kickback.
but I honestly don't know if it'll be profitable in the least, but
Still
It,
gonna be
it,
fun to do.
yeah.
yeah,
I want to create a straight to DVD movie. We're gonna do
No
it.
sequel.
Yeah, straight to DVD movie, no sequel. It's gonna be the most cheesy thing ever. It's gonna be so dumb, and it's gonna be amazing. And
Zach,
hey, maybe even you could be in it, Will. That could be an investor perk.
what crowd he's crowdsourcing or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
let's just start the Kickstarter. Anybody want to donate? Just
Yeah.
start the
Oh,
Kickstarter
yeah,
program.
we could do like a Kickstarter arc. That could be really funny. Oh, man.
Oh,
And
so many
hey, if you
opportunities.
donate a certain amount of money, you get to be in the film, or you get to like
Yep.
make a plot
A
point.
walk on roll.
Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. I need to write that down. That is the greatest idea. Oh, you need to
I can
play Jimmy
imagine now.
more.
Were the people with the gold tier investment arc please step over to the left there. You're gonna be the crowd in the third scene.
Yep, exactly. Oh man. It's gonna be the most cheesy movie ever, just completely hammed up.
Mm-hmm.
You need to settle on a character like a superhero like design, because you've changed it several times now.
Yeah. Well, well, it's because my thing is I have what we call ADD. I lose track if I save an outfit or not
Oh.
real easily. And I'm just like, did I save it? Let me change real quick.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't. It's like, oh, we're going to a PD scene. Gotta change real quick.
Yep.
The one that he has for Blue Jelly Bean is the exact outfit he'll be wearing all the time.
The one with the mustache.
Yeah, so nobody knows
Oh
it's him.
god. Oh god.
And
I-
super normal Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's me, I'm Jimmy.
I still
Yes,
feel
you
like we need
know,
a
not
third that's
you.
red because it'll complete like the primary colors.
Yep.
But it needs to be
Well, wink,
special.
wink.
Hmm. Will's already the golden touch,
Ah,
which is
yeah.
a
Yeah.
bad name.
I mean, I can always change something.
No,
You know what?
no. I love it because it's bad.
Jimmy's just the blue jelly bean because
Yep.
it's just Jimmy's thinking.
Yep,
That's
blue jelly
his
bean.
way of thought.
What's his superpowers?
Oh, he just throws jelly beans at you and runs away.
Hmm.
That's his
Maybe he
thing.
can make jelly beans.
Yep. He's like Batman but just super poor, so he relies on what he can afford.
Super poor
And
Batman?
Yep.
Isn't that just a
Like that
normal person?
No, he's got a suit.
I guess that's true.
He just uses what he can afford. So he goes and buys his Jimmy's branded jelly beans from Kiki's store and goes crazy.
Yeah. One day we'll get a grappling hook.
We were close.
Yeah, we were
And we were
close.
told they're illegal, and we're like, how much
I don't
trouble
know.
can we get in?
Joanna's carrying around some handcuffs which are illegal.
Yep.
Listen, people keep telling me different things about the legality. I'm gonna plead ignorance.
Yep. I'm gonna just be dumb.
Yep.
Like Jimmy sometimes. He could just be dumb.
It's not like
Like-
we're gonna get fired from EMS for being dumb.
Oh, there'd
If
be
that
riots
were
if
the
somebody
case,
tried
there
to
would have been
fire
a
him.
lot of people gone
Yeah.
before us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We will riot if any of us will be fired.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
imagine Jimmy gets fired, starts a picket line in front of the
Ooh.
firehouse.
I could see Jimmy slip it up one day. Doing, like, something wrong. But I don't know.
I mean, he had all of Chang Gang offer him $1 million. His first reaction was, "You know how many jelly beans I can buy with that?"
Yeah, I don't know. That would be hard to turn down, but I don't know if that. I would be worried about, like, server rules, and is that okay in the server rules?
Oh, there's repercussions. I mean, Coyle's the
Yeah.
one who did tell me he'd give me $1 million to let
Oh.
him to
Oh.
drive away. So I mean,
Did you do it?
no,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
I thought about it for a second.
I would have thought about it as well.
It's like,
But I'm
how
always
hard will it
like,
be to drive away in an
yeah.
ambulance followed by cops? Very hard. The thing only
Yeah.
goes 80 miles per hour.
I'm always worried about, like, abusing the EMS position by accident. Like, I never want to, like, take advantage of that.
Like
I'd get too in my head about it.
yeah, like I play by the rules. That's like my
Yeah.
thing. Like server rules, like I play by them because I still feel like I'm super grateful
Yeah.
because of the opportunity I was given,
Yeah.
and there's not a day that's going to go by that I'm not going to think about, where I was then to where I am now. And,
Yeah, it's pretty
just in my
crazy.
digital life itself has just been great.
Yeah. I it's kind of crazy. You were denied 5 times? That's
All five paid application denied all
yeah.
5 times.
Were they like totally different applications or did they
So the applications were just changed a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So it's this new process, which is really freaking cool, and I like it.
Yeah.
Um, because if that applications of today were the applications of yesterday, I could have showed stuff. But
Yeah.
me, I'm not a pen and paper kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm let's
I
have some fun.
yeah. I have mixed feelings about it just because I feel like I didn't have any previous roleplay experience on like a GTA server or anywhere where like I have video of it. And
Hell, I didn't even know multiple servers exist. I thought
yeah.
No Pixel was the only one.
Yeah.
So
So if I was applying today, I wouldn't be able to get in, which makes me kind of sad that other people might not have the opportunity, but I get why they've done it. It depends, really.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I can
it's
totally agree.
definitely different. Yeah,
Yeah. And with like
and
AI and Fiverr, I can see why. But it just
oh
makes
yeah,
me a little
Fiverr.
sad.
I didn't even know what Fiverr was. Mike, this server has definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Yeah. Should have
Screw
just gone on
Fiverr now.
Fiverr.
Screw Fiverr now. Everybody's using ChatGPT.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Uh,
into my second one.
You got it on your second. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
which was
No-
it was 2.0, so it was a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like the end of
So you guys have been
2.0.
around for a while.
Hmm?
You guys have been on No Pixel for a
Yeah.
while.
I
Yeah,
it kind of
like
amazes me how, I'm
I'm
like
just the baby.
I, I
I've
I feel like older than other people on the server, which feels weird. Since so many
um
people came from 3.0 and like Sykkuno and XQC. I came
hmm
from Markiplier.
just
Feel
just
old.
just to give you an idea, like I was looking at my profile on NeoPixel, and I think it was back in 2017 was
What?
when, yeah.
I never would have guessed.
But it's from all the way back in what I was saying about like I never really got any traction with
Yeah.
like RP, and it was like a whole big like nervousness of like you see all these people playing characters, you know the people behind the character, and it's like you want to like do something
Yeah.
that's going to be meaningful, but then it's like you got to take yourself out of the picture, be like, these are characters, and these are not the people that are playing them. These are the characters.
Yeah.
Just treat them as the characters.
Do you struggle with interacting with like famous characters or big streamers?
Um, well, Space Boy, he plays
Yeah.
James Randall. I love hanging out or going to his calls, and I always like I don't see him as Space Boy anymore. I see him as just James Randall.
Yeah.
And but like for the longest time I struggled with uh the, crap, I can't remember his name now. The
Mel?
guy no, the guy that
Oh.
played Kiki Chanel.
Oh, Milton.
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 Oh,
I struggled so much trying
Yeah.
to like do any RP around him because it was half like cracking up laughing and half like, oh crap, like what if I'm doing something that is not funny.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever really gotten to interact with him, which is sad. I love him so much.
my first day in whitelist, and I say this all the time, is I did spend majority of my time in the hospital. Um, my first interaction in the server, just in general, 5 minutes walking out, was with Roxmerl
Ooh.
and Milton.
Aw.
I literally walked out and I I guess they saw me running and I got run over by Kiki and was like instantly fucked up. Like I EMS, time to go kind of
Oh.
thing. And I was just like, oh my God, that's Milton. I was like, I don't know what to say because, this is the
Yeah.
person I watched who got me to where I am now.
Aw. That's adorable.
Like
For as much as running over.
if I ever have the opportunity to ever talk to
Yeah.
Milton, like, as me and not a character, I would honestly between him and Spaceboy, I'd be like, "Thank you guys for opening my world up,
Aw.
um, and, you know, showing me how to just let loose and have fun in a video game,
Yeah.
like, truly let loose." And it brought me back to my acting days because I miss it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're all just actors at heart.
Yeah,
Uh,
anybody
I
can be an
I've
actor.
always been a big Milton fan. Uh, way back, probably almost 2 years ago at this point, when the artists of No Pixel were making Date Pixel, which was the No Pixel dating game. I did
Mhm.
the route for Milton. I wrote it with one of the people who comes into my chat occasionally, Moody. We did the whole
Hmm,
thing together. Oh,
Moody.
Moody.
The Moody?
Yeah, the Moody.
Plays in No Pixel also?
No, no,
Oh, okay.
another person doesn't play in No Pixel, but is a artist in the community.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love the artist.
Yeah, I think I'm one of the few people that worked on Date Pixel that then went on to be in the server, which is kind
Yeah.
of funny. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I wrote a dating game and then now I'm here.
there you go.
There you go. But yeah, I I was watching No Pixel for the longest time before I ever got in and
I
actually
only
wanted to
watched
RP.
3.0.
Oh,
I've never seen any interactions from the 2.0 era except for, like,
oh
old YouTube
man.
videos that comes up in, "Oh, this is a No Pixel clip." I'm just like,
2.0
"Oh,
is so special, honestly. In a lot of ways it's very special to me, but there are just so many good stories. I
mhm."
don't know how to
Well, if
explain.
anybody in chat would love to give their hand in RP, No Pixel Classic public server is available now.
Oh, yeah. My friend Nick has been wanting to get into RP. Uh, then he was like, "Oh, I don't have anything to roleplay to get, to do the application."
Public servers.
Yeah, public
There are
server.
a whole bunch of people waiting to RP with you.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
was.
play Jeremy on No Pixel Public
Oh,
still.
yeah,
Um,
I
just
was
recently
telling.
started going back.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
telling him we should like just make a small movie together and just do that as a way to kind of show off his acting skills.
There you go.
Plenty of
As long
ways.
as you come up with a character, the best way to show a character is give them a quirk, give them a pro, give them a con,
Yeah. It
And if you can do voices, give them a voice.
yeah. I can't do voices. Can you do voices, Will?
I use my Go XLR to make
Oh.
the voices. Like, um, well, and this is the one thing I'm trying to figure out because, like, I use a different headset because I like a wireless headset mainly because cables. I hate cables, and to me, I sound different when I have those headphones on than I do when I'm like wearing like my corded one. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell a difference or not. But to me, it sounds like I'm a lot lower, and it's easier for me to play the character. But like Go XOR for me has been a godsend because like I can tweak the sound and I can go a little bit higher or a little bit lower based on what I want
Yeah.
to do.
I those
Okay.
things are expensive though.
Not
Well,
anymore.
Oh, really?
They're dropping drastically in price because they stopped the, I guess, development on
Oh.
them.
Well, now I
Which
gotta
I have a
look.
product called the Beacon Mix, Create from Beacon, which is the original team from TC Helicon's
Mm,
development team for the Go XLR.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Uh, I've
Because
been.
I almost bought the Go XLR, and then they like posted that like discontinuing thing on it, and I was like, oh, never mind, I changed my mind. I don't want to do that.
You don't
I was
want the
like, I already had
discontinue?
audio issues before I solved them, and I don't need them back again.
Yeah, that makes sense. I I only just recently, or well, I guess it was a while ago now, got the Stream Deck, which I have to alternate between my V or PNG tuber emotions, but I always forget about. I'm bad at actually remembering to do it. So I
If you
usually,
can see the Discord, I
yeah, you
mean, I
were
have
showing your fancy VTuber, which looks really cool. I can't
these
show
are all
screen,
set up
but
through my G keys on my keyboard
yeah,
because I get so nervous trying to do facial expressions with my camera to face capture
yeah, it's got
because
to
I
be a
wear
little weird.
glasses. So my guy looks he can get messy. And I'm just like,
Messy.
we'll just create you some,
Yeah, yeah.
fake emotions. But yeah,
Is there any
NoPixel has
reason why you
been
decided to be a cat boy in your VTuber?
because who doesn't love a good cat boy?
I guess that's true. Uh,
I mean, he's just a
uh,
character. I designed him all the way through.
yeah, you just decided, hey, I want to be a cat boy.
I said one day I was like, you know what? Let me give VTubing a shot because people wanted
Really?
me to like face cam a lot, and I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable
Yeah. Isn't that a huge
showing my
investment
face.
though? Just to choose
Um
randomly to do it one day?
no, because I had majority of the shit already on my computer. So I was like,
Oh,
might as well because
yeah.
I was doing graphic design. I was doing all this stuff just because which I'm going to restarting it. It's basically once a month I allowed my community or anybody's community kind of to gear me towards a small time streamer who's just starting out, and what I would do is I would gift them a full stream package. So
Oh,
I
that's
do
so
their overlays, their
nice.
beginning, their be right back screens. I would
Oh,
do all that just to, get them all the way through. Kind of like they're
oh,
like, hey, this is your first one. Just imagine where you can go, 2 years from now when you want to make the true investment into
yeah.
getting
That
one
sounds so
actually professionally
nice.
done. But yeah, it's just the thing that I want to do. I'm a very
Yeah.
caring and generous person, and I end stream the same way. I Since I first went live, I always tell people, um you are valued, you are loved, you are all amazing human beings.
Oh,
um the world is already dark, let's not make it darker. Shine some light on somebody else's day. You never know the impact you can have. So that's I end stream the exact same way all the time, just because the world is dark at times,
yeah.
and if I can bring a little bit of light to somebody else's day, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Hell yeah.
And can't nobody tell me not to because guess what? It's my fucking channel.
Hell yeah.
You don't
So,
like it? Fuck off.
yeah. Are you like a graphic designer?
Um, Freelance, didn't
Yeah.
go to school for that.
Yeah.
Totally should have,
I
because I'm currently sitting on a very expensive degree that I don't
yeah.
do anything with.
I just graduated school with a degree in graphic design, so
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah. Although the job market is hard.
Yeah, it is
I've
rough. I currently work in, doing some fun stuff. I get to play with colors and
Ooh.
get to create things and kinda give people ideas how to make,
Oh, that
you
sounds
know,
like so much fun.
things a lot nicer for themselves
Yeah.
now.
So that's where I'm trying to go from here. I don't know how much it's going to affect how much I RP. Like, I already don't spend like a ton of time on the server, but it's hard to say in the future.
Yeah,
I'm always
life
worried
is
about
always
change.
a revolving door. Things are
Yeah.
gonna happen, things are gonna change. The best thing I always say is, as long as you're making time for yourself to have a little bit of enjoyment, do whatever you choose. If it makes you happy, do it.
Yeah.
Because in the end, you know, I rather be a person who's decent at 1,000 things than be a person who's amazing at just one thing.
Yeah. Makes sense. Uh Damn it, this isn't coming out right. I'm
What
working
make it go
on
left?
yeah. I'm working on a crochet thing on stream.
Oh,
My
I
crochet
I'm
cam.
watching stream.
Yeah.
Just,
And the worst part about making these dolls, which I've been making a ton of them, is getting the legs to line up so that these little like foot bumps actually are pointing in the same direction going forward. It is so hard.
sounds like my life in a
Yeah.
nutshell.
Yeah. Crochet has been something I've been really passionate about recently. Sometimes I'll even do it while waiting for stuff to happen during EMS time.
Waiting for a call. Going
Waiting
to
for a
make a
call.
little stuffy.
Yeah. So these ones are so easy to make. Like I've mastered it at this point.
See, I can't crochet. I can't
I
crochet to
I
save my
couldn't
life.
either, but I've been doing it for a year now at this point, but really seriously since like Christmas time when I was gifted a bunch of yarn by my grandma.
Ooh, love grandmas.
Yep.
Grandmas are the
She
best
was
thing.
she really went above and beyond like giving me so much yarn. I felt like I had to
She's
do
like,
something
create
with it.
my child.
Yeah. And just recently she gave me a huge box of her old yarn.
Okay.
So I've got too much stuff to do with it.
Create and explore. That's the
Yeah.
best thing to
I
do.
made a Joanna crochet layer. I can't exactly show
Oh,
it.
I saw.
Yeah, it's on
Didn't you
my
post it on Twitter
yeah,
like
I
not
posted
so
it on
long
my
ago?
Twitter. Came out so big. She's much bigger than the other ones. I didn't expect her to
Good
be this
lord.
big. Yeah. I
So huge.
yeah. I did not expect her to come out this big when my other ones are like so tiny. I also created a mocha to go along with her. He looks more like a mouse. I'm not sure why he looks so mouse-like.
Oh,
Yeah, but I have been way too involved in creating these.
but it's a cool little like honestly, it's a skill and it's an artistry. You
Yeah,
are creating art,
yeah. That's
you
what
know,
I.
and
Yeah,
it's fun.
that's what I love about No Pixel is that in a lot of ways I feel like it's creating art. Having the story arcs and character interactions and acting, and it's basically making stories. It's making art. I've always been a huge writer, been into making stories, writing them, and ever since I kind of started with No Pixel, I've been writing less and less because I feel like it's an outlet for me to write in a way on No Pixel.
Mhm.
But I've always wanted to get more back into writing because it's something I do love. I did
Oh,
it!
hell yeah.
I got the legs right.
I mean,
Heck yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm a person who can't do pen and paper. I've been working on a script for a movie
Oh.
for, like, the last 12 years, 13
Oh.
years. Um, so, I mean, my main thing is I've gotten how my horror movie is supposed to work. I've gotten how people are
Nice.
supposed to be killed off one by one. I just don't
Nice.
know how they get to all those places.
I mean, the best thing you can do is just go for it. Like, I've written several novels, and I did that by just going for it with National Novel Writing Month, which is just write a novel in a month, or write part of
Ooh.
it. 50,000 words in a month. Just do it. Don't care how it turns out, even if it's garbage. It's there, and then you can edit it. Which,
Uh,
that is the biggest thing for me in actually creating, is just getting it on paper. It's the biggest
yeah.
hurdle for everyone, pretty much.
RP is like a never-ending soap
Yeah,
opera.
RP is a never-ending soap opera. That's why I love it. That's why I give my
Hmm.
characters like grandiose story arcs and like a drama always happening to them, always some problem.
Exactly.
I want things
Like
to go wrong.
exactly. I want things to fuck up.
Yeah, people don't understand why I keep saying I want Joanna to have more enemies.
Because every hero needs a villain.
Yeah,
Duh.
I think Osvaldo is my villain now. Ever since
Uh,
everything
Jimmy
happened.
will always see Bloom as his nemesis.
Oh,
Yep, that's Jimmy's thing. Like he'll see Bloom as his nemesis
what'd
till
he
the
do
day
to
he
him?
freaking dies. He arrested him
Oh,
for just for defending
yeah,
himself.
no, that's valid.
Yeah, so I mean,
Needs more evil twins to be a soap opera. I
Now,
mean,
ah,
Joanna kind of, in a way, has an evil twin. She has a good twin that occasionally is evil in her mind, you could
okay.
say.
now, like I don't think I actually had like a nemesis or a villain, but like there was a time, I'm not sure if you guys were around for it, when like all the Rovia
Oh,
brothers were
yeah,
around.
yeah, those guys.
And so like it was more or less like he wanted to see them dead. Like he didn't care that they were in jail. He wanted to see them dead because he was literally
Ooh.
like maimed. Like
Wait, did
he
they do
doesn't
something to Will?
they shot off one of his fingers, they stabbed him and shot him.
Ooh, Jesus.
Um and this was back when like they were targeting the doctors, and I made this stupid decision, um and it affected like the course of everything else, which led to another character basically. Well, we don't know for certain, like he was acquitted of it, but killing one of the Rovia brothers.
Mmm.
Um,
Dun
but
dun dun.
but like the day that he knew that all the Rovios were like either dead or like permanently in jail was like the happiest moment for him, because he could rest easy knowing that they were like there was no threats to him.
Huh. That's nice. I never think of Will as a very vengeful person.
It's surprising. Like it takes a good fair bit to get him to that point, but once you are to that point, um, he doesn't care. Like there's like people that are like out and about now that are like, I guess, not exactly doing the things that they did in the past, but he still sees them as like the person that at one point hurt EMS.
Yeah.
So like he can't just sit there and be like, "Oh, hey, you're my new buddy friend," blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. No, like
Joanna's definitely a person to hold a grudge. I don't think Jimmy is he? Except against Bloom.
Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy doesn't hold grudges. Like he's just too innocent. Like he
Yeah.
can't be angry. He can't be really truly sad because he is designed
Yeah.
to be happy 24
he's
7.
he's too much like Happy.
But just sugar fueled. He's the
Yeah.
way I can describe Jimmy is if you give a 5-year-old candy all day
What's his
and then you
backstory?
give
Why is he like this?
Jimmy is technically an elf. He's a Christmas elf.
What?
Yep, that's Jimmy's entire persona. He is a
What?
sugar-fied Christmas elf. If you look at his No Pixel wiki page, his species is Christmas elf.
Did he escape from Santa's
So
workshop?
like if you guys noticed during Christmas time last year when he was around, he was always like talking about like the North Pole. He actually, it's because he is from the North Pole.
Why does EMS have all these weird elves and gods and whatever?
I mean, Brielle Snowman, she's another elf.
Huh.
Yep. There's a couple people who play Christmas elves. I mean, I actually have a character that is a genuine Christmas elf. Um, named Giggles Sugarplum. But I lost access to being able to use the voice changer for his voice, so I just can't play him anymore because
Oh.
I cannot make my voice sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks on a high E.
Yeah. I man, it sometimes like shocks me how much the supernatural RP is allowed on No Pixel now, because I don't think it used to be.
No, which to a degree, yes, to a degree, no. Like me, Liv, who played Storm, um, uh, Ash, and Archer, well, technically Adam Prince, we all had a supernatural arc with us, which we put a quick stop to because um it was starting to teeter on rule breaking to a
Hmm.
degree.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, let's not push this any further. So we changed up the storyline that the guy was a hacker and a really bad meth head who was doing all this stuff to us.
Interesting.
Yeah. But like there's ways around it. Like
Yeah.
I remember when I first started as a doctor, there was the whole vampire arc
Oh yeah,
stuff
the vampire arc. That would at least made sense
where,
with the disease or that was going
yeah,
around. That just made you a
I mean,
vampire.
Ripley got healed by blood. I'm
He
like
still gets
transfusions
healed
are
by
the,
blood.
yep.
Joanna's pretty
Yeah.
certain he's an alien. Because she found that out
Are
when
you
the
an
alien stuff was
alien?
going on.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I
Oh
mean,
god.
we had like two things. Like, I don't know if you remember, Hutch died, and apparently he was a zombie, and he kept like turning people into
Zombie
zombies.
Hutch. Yep.
Yep. So we
What?
had that, and even with like Aphrodite, like we were like told this when we created our characters that like literally we are still bound to the rules of flesh. So if we die, like it takes us at least like 6 or 7 days to make a new form, and we can never go back to the existing form. So basically, like treat the form as like your own kind of
Hmm.
thing. Like don't walk up to someone and be like, "Hey, you're a complete asshole," and then have them shoot and then walk off like nothing. You know,
Yeah.
you're still bound to the server rules in that regard.
You're still bound to some type of mortality.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Jimmy is just a Christmas elf that
Mm.
escaped?
I
Or
think that was like the first time that me and Jimmy actually started hanging out was when like it was like Christmas time
Mm-hmm.
and Jimmy
oh.
was my elf and I was Santa. I even still have that
Oh,
outfit for Will.
I
that's
still have
cute.
the Christmas outfit, and I will be bringing that back come December.
Oh yeah,
People are
definitely.
celebrating
As
Christmas in July recently.
yeah, apparently I saw a clip because I wasn't around when it happened. The server had a quick snowfall
Oh, really?
one day.
Oh,
Like it just happened. I don't know if they were trying to
yeah.
fix something or do something, but yeah, the weather pattern changed for like 5 minutes.
Climate change. It even hits no pixel.
So, yep, it even hits the digital world.
Yep.
Yeah, I RP is just it's so amazing and
Yeah.
it's true artistry. I mean, the music scene from No
Oh,
Pixel,
yeah.
the freaking just the characters that you can come across at any given moment,
Yeah.
you know.
It it's amazing. I it always kind of shocks me just how creative people can be. I try
Mhm.
and be as creative as I possibly can with my characters, like trying to create like the best backstory I can. I have way too much on Joanna and like her whole family tree. Like there is way too much there that I probably won't ever use. But I'm trying I try to keep
Jimmy
things.
just has an extended family tree. That's pretty much it. That's all
No.
Jimmy gets.
The
Extended
no
family
pixel
tree.
family bushes are crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so there's me, there's Jimmy, there's my brother Wilbur, there is a character, Ren Kai, who apparently, uh, short of a blood test, we've assumed that she is my sister. And then there's someone else, uh, one of the former doctors who works at the autos.
Lottie.
That Lottie, yeah, she's my sister. So that's all the family that he needs and he's ever going to get at this point.
Hmm.
Dun dun dun.
Joanna's never been invited to one of the family bushes.
You're gonna end up. Joanna's gonna end up in the Bundy bush somehow.
Somehow. I don't know, I've been around for so long and no one's ever invited me. The closest I got
Joanna's
was
gonna end up in the Bundy bush.
the closest I got was Osvaldo calling her niece. But now we're kind of
Mortal.
enemies ever since that whole fiasco at the dam. I put on Will, you were on duty then, right? I keep calling you Will.
I think I was. I'm
Yeah,
not
when we
sure.
did the whole superhero kind of play thing at the dam to kind of trick Osvaldo into thinking I was a real superhero, and then he actually shot everyone.
Oh, jeez.
And then Tex couldn't keep his mouth shut and leaked that it wasn't real. He could have just kept his mouth shut. And then at least it would have
Damn it,
been
Tex.
paid off in some way. But no. Oh god.
At that point, I would have been like, "Hey, he's the one that like ruined it for you, not me. Like, go after him."
No, Joanne would never do that. I can't do that to someone. And I want the villains myself. I need people who are mad at me.
Dun dun dun.
That's why I've got Joanna kind of going on a more like angry arc. Like it's been going on for a while of her kind of lashing out at people. It's been happening for a long time. You were there when it kind of started, Will, I believe, when Joanna just took a sledgehammer out in Sandy to everything.
Yeah, I was there, and I was like, I was looking at it and like trying to come up with a reasoning, and more or less, I just had him be like, okay, well, she's obviously angry at something. I'm just gonna let her get all the energy out, and then we're gonna go about and do our thing,
Yeah.
like work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
That
it's best
was
not to get between someone and a sledgehammer.
yeah. That was right after I roleplayed Joanna having gone back home for a break, when really I was out on vacation with friends for spring break. But I used that as a way to kind of push forward an arc and just change things a little bit. Which it's been interesting the past like maybe since like April or March. I've been trying different things, trying to branch out a little bit. Uh, see how far I can push some things.
Yeah,
It's hard to know like where the line should be. Like I never want to actually do something bad or out of character on Joanna because she's not a person that would really hurt people. But sometimes she can lash out,
Hmm.
which it makes sense. She's still young. I no one ever realizes how young Joanna really is. Which was a thing when Will asked her out on a date. That whole arc, that was I love that where Joanna didn't know that he asked her out and just thought that they were having a friendly friend date. Oh god.
Friendship.
Yeah, friendship hangout. And she was like, "Oh, we can invite more people later." Oh god.
yeah.
Joanna's just like fun to be around.
Yeah. It was. Did you just what was the impetus for that whole thing,
The
Pally?
whole thing was like it was like the culmination of like, oh, this person is like really nice. This person's like always like it was the same thing with like another person before her, where it's
Oh,
like he doesn't know the difference between this person is just hanging out or this person is hanging out because something else. So it's
yeah.
like he is hesitant, and then once the ball is rolling, the ball keeps going, and then eventually it stops.
Yeah. Will and Joanne are both cursed in their love lives.
Jimmy has no clue what love is.
Yeah. But
He's just dumb. Like I said, he's oblivious.
I don't know if you know this, Pally, but the whole thing with Will, like, that was the straw that broke the camel's back and what caused Joanna's manic episode. She would never tell him that. Like, she has kept that under lock and key. But that was, like, the final straw.
I I honestly thought like it had something to do with like coffee, or because
Nope.
like you were always drinking
Well,
coffee, and I thought like you just had energy because of that, and then it just started getting a little bit worse, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna deep six myself out of this situation because I don't want to get anywhere near this situation right now, because like what he thought was her just being like extremely energetic because of the coffee, it's now turning into something different.
yeah.
And then like I guess everyone else was like noticing, and I'm like, okay, well, this is Will's chance to just shove this onto someone else and go about his day, and
Just
whatever
not
happens
even
happens.
bother.
Like it was like he like when the whole thing went down, and he really stands by this point. It's like, yeah, he understands and went about his day. The worst thing you can say to him is no, and like even that means like, okay, well, time to move on. Like it's not like he, to him no means no, and so it's not like no means okay, well, let's try another chance. Like
Yeah.
no means no, no means okay, I move on. And he had three chances. He
Oh.
gave himself three chances, and so far like all three were like zeroed out. So he is to the point where it's like it's the job, it's nothing else.
Aw. Poor Will.
And it's like someone told him, well, just just let it go and wait for the person to come along. And he's just like, nope, I'm dedicated 100%. He's a dedicated 100% to the job,
Aw, poor
and
Will.
and that's about it.
Yeah.
Because if you notice in the city, there's like three different distinct groups. There's the there's the people that are already in a relationship, already like married.
Mm-hmm.
There's the people that are like, in the case of like Joanna, like too young for him, and then there's the ones where like don't even like guys. So it's like
Yeah.
trying to navigate. He's trying to navigate. Okay, well, are they like interested in guys? Are they too young? Are they single? And it's like to him, it's like not even going to worry about that
Yeah.
at this point, because it's not worth the mental stress of trying to like assume or think. He's just, it's the job, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Dating in Los Santos. Oh boy.
Yeah, and he figures by that point, like whoever he even like gets with, at some point they're gonna be related to the Bundys. So
At some point.
Yeah, at some point it's gonna be awkward. Uh, but I.
Is your name Bundy? Would you want to be a Bundy?
Yep. Oh god. But I've always took a very, I don't know, disastrous kind of look at Joanna's love life. Like, she always goes after people that are unobtainable. First it was Veronica when she was engaged, then then, then it was Logan. Logan was definitely not ready for any relationship with the potato salad.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Like I will forever love to explore new boundaries that I can push any of my characters in.
yeah.
Like I would love to see where Jimmy would be like a year from now
Yeah,
because
I'm
it's gonna be
interested.
interesting. Like,
I
he could probably have kidnapped Kiki to sign over the keys to her store. Like, that's Jimmy in a
Yeah.
nutshell because you never
Are
know what's
you
gonna actually happen.
yeah. Are you prepared to like do something crazy and lose EMS?
I mean, it's always a win and lose situation. That's where RP
Yeah.
takes you. Like, if I do something super crazy to where I end up losing EMS, then that's where the RP is gonna take me. I know
Yeah.
I have options to create more storylines off of something. You know,
Yeah.
everything can snowball.
That stuff always scares me, like the idea of like making a permanent change like that, but I never want that to hold me back. It's just sometimes taking a leap is hard.
A leap of faith.
Yeah, a leap of faith.
Mhm. Mhm.
Have you ever made any leaps of faith, Pally?
As far as um, well, for me, EMS was a leap of faith because I
Oh,
wasn't sure if I was gonna get in or not, or like what like EMS has in store for me. Um, Ultimately, my leap of faith is going to be, does Will join PD or not?
do you want to join PD?
Um, Personally, I wouldn't mind if it got to a point where like EMS for as a whole on the server got stale, where it's just like, or if I ever got to a point where it's like I don't want to like log in, or if I
Continue.
log in,
Yeah.
I wait till like
Mm,
I have to wait for like the normal queue to be grace me with the good stuff. Um, and then yeah, maybe, but like for him, it's more or less of like where is he at right now? Like what is left for him to do?
yeah.
And if the numbers or if everything points to Will join PD, then Will joins PD.
I don't want to lose him to PD. We've already lost Charlotte.
Will
But
will just drive his brother around. Right along.
Yeah, PD
but it
Jimmy.
Imagine the shit
yeah.
show that was. Oh, and Jimmy as a cop. Yeah, he's everybody's fucked.
Cop Jimmy.
But
I
the
could
hard
see it.
the hardest thing for me to do is like my first actual foray into RP was on like a lesser known server, or like official RP, our official 5M server,
Oh,
and I was a cop on there. So I have some
Ooh.
experience as PD. I just have not had an opportunity to like join PD. Like I wanted to join PD on the classic 2.0 server, but I can never get an
yeah.
application to go over there. So I'm assuming I have
Is
to like do it as like on the server
are
itself.
people actually playing on
Yeah.
Classic or?
I
There are people who do it. I
Hmm,
mean, there are people on it. I how many? I do not. But I know that there has been a times where it gets pretty, jam packed with some people, and then there are times where it's not.
oh, huh. I always assumed it was dead since
I
no one
mean,
ever talks about
every
it.
yeah, everything has its hustle and bustle. I mean,
Yeah,
we've all heard about Red Dead. All heard about Ignite, and
yeah.
at points in times, things lose their
Or
momentum.
Ignite.
That's perfectly fine.
I was hopeful for Ignite. I was on there. I had high hopes.
yeah, I heard it's like some people and
Yeah.
then like the whole thing with the medical RP came out.
Yeah,
It was
just
just like
mismanagement. I
yeah.
liked how they did their medical RP, like with the doctors and EMS kind of being the same thing.
Mhm.
I thought that was a good idea. I know maybe you probably think differently since you're a doctor and an EMS nerdy.
I always thought like it's a smart idea because they're
Yeah,
both the same faction in one
yeah,
way or
and
another.
I feel like the problem with the doctors is that sometimes they feel like trapped in the hospital.
Yeah, that's one of the issues I did have on Jeremy, is that I felt like I was constantly just, like, stuck,
Yeah.
and I wasn't able to, like, do anything, and that's what kinda, like, hurt Jeremy a little bit as just a character,
Yeah.
because he wasn't developing friendships, he wasn't developing relationships because I was only at the hospital, especially, going back to the time that I had no cryo.
Yeah.
I was
And
always at the hospital, that was the only way I can RP.
and then there was the recent change of where surgeons are always on call.
Yeah, so there's on-call doctors, but you have to be on your own ticket still. Like,
Hmm.
you can be in the server on call, but you can't be on call on the doctor train.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know. I always thought that maybe like a combination there where you could like choose your own, like you can choose to just stay in the hospital, you could choose to just be EMS, or you could choose a combination or something to get out of the hospital. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just,
Like, I always love the idea of, like, let the doctors explore a little bit.
yeah,
You know, let them create and see what they can do. Like,
yeah,
yeah, if you're a doctor, you have to be tethered to something, like, either which way. Like, you still have to be, invested and stuck in, a way, but you're not chained to the hospital.
yeah. I hope that things get better for the doctors. I've seen more
Well, I mean,
doctors around
things are
recently.
improving. Yeah,
Yeah,
things are improving, and, it's RP.
yeah,
Sometimes stuff takes a little while to become active.
yeah. I really love the medication dispense system. I think is that
Mhm.
getting like an update? I
Yeah,
think.
there's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff for the doctors in
Yeah.
time. I know there's rumors that we're getting a new updated look to
Oh.
Simone,
Yeah, with the
just because.
construction.
Yeah.
I hope.
So
I
I
love
would like to
the
see what else they can
yeah.
do. I know they dimmed the lights though,
Yeah.
because that place is not as bright anymore.
The like the IV bags also were added and that's so cool. I hope
Mhm.
one day we get stretchers. That's all I
Stretchers
want.
for EMS, I think, would be fun instead of
Yeah.
dragging somebody on the
What
floor.
else did
Like,
doctors
when you go
get?
to escort
Oh.
as EMS, it just puts them on a stretcher automatically. That
Oh
would be
yeah. That is nice. I'd love that. There is some stuff from other servers that, there's some cool stuff and I'm like, "Oh man, I wish we could have that."
there's some ideas that are out there. It just things take time and the
Yeah.
ideas need to form. Like, the devs work really hard around the
Yeah.
clock, basically, to give us what we have right now.
Yeah.
And if you ever have a moment to, like,
Thank the dev in
ever
your
thank
area.
the dev, make sure you thank them, because these guys work around the clock to do some amazing stuff for the RP communities.
Yeah. I've always appreciated the devs. And I think they changed how the system of devs works now so anyone can put in a ticket. They don't have to like DM a dev directly, which I like. I always worried in the past about like preferential stuff, which I know probably still happens, but at least there's an effort to
There's an option.
yeah, an effort
Like,
to
I would
address it.
love for Jimmy just to have, like, a random item that anybody in the server can use.
Yeah.
I just gotta find out what I would love
Hmm.
and make it a fruition.
Yeah. I I wish there was more stuff that we could like hold as a prop. I
Mhm.
love that. I want it so badly. Prop RP is fun.
Give us
And
the props.
yeah, give us the props. Let us use props. I'm
Mm,
still you got the
prop us
Narcan
up.
in recently, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
does it actually do
I haven't
something?
used it, so I don't know.
Okay,
Anybody used it
so
yet?
so here's the thing. The movement resembles that most of like if you've ever like provided medical to get them up on their feet.
Mhm.
Oh.
So it's the same movement basically.
It just makes you do a fancy movement?
And like obviously the Narcan is going to help with like whatever the
Yeah, so it'll get rid of their whatever
yeah yeah
effects.
yeah. So it's basically it's just a movement and I think a little bit of an effect uh, removal. I think at least I have not used it 100%
Yeah.
myself.
We don't
I've only
usually encounter those kind of situations.
yeah. So like I saw I was hanging around and the deputy no the chief was like telling us about it and basically used it and it just you, from what I saw was just resembled that of like okay we're just gonna help this person up to their feet kind of thing.
Interesting.
I would like to see more interactive emotes.
Yeah. Oh, like the
Like,
hug on Ignite.
yeah, like you can hug Bo. I would love to see something more like that
Yeah. Yeah.
with everybody else. It is possible. It's out there. I would love to have more like interactive, like high fives.
Yeah. God. If only. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. We can hope. Uh they're always working on stuff. Uh
Yep. And I mean, there's talks that the Red Dead server is going to be probably soon, but it's
it's
always
always
soon.
been soon. I've been hearing about it for like 2 years at this point.
The last
That
thing
is
I saw was just like an image online of them working on something.
Yeah. I've never really been interested in it. Wild West RP has never really intrigued me.
Yeah, it
it's
just
What
it's
about you
needs
literally
guys?
it's literally been a
opportunity.
meme in the Discord for like the longest time.
Yeah, Red Dead soon,
Yep.
tomorrow,
Just like 3.0 soon was a meme
and then it
tomorrow.
happened.
Yep.
Yep,
And then it
everything was
happened.
always tomorrow in the
Yep.
Discord. It was
God.
always tomorrow.
And then it actually happened.
Yeah,
And
I
it
mean,
was weird. The server reset, it was weird. I hope they structure it better next time.
now how did it end in 2.0? Did like it just shut off?
It
Was there
just
like
just
a
shut
big
off.
event?
It kind of, it just ended. There was no real fanfare. I the biggest problem was the memory wipe thing where they were like, "Oh, you can decide whether to remember or not," and that created some weird
Which is
shit.
hard because like if you remember things and somebody else doesn't,
Yeah,
it's
exactly. It didn't make sense, and then it was just a complicated mess of things. I think everyone kind of reverted back to remembering. Otherwise, it just got too complicated. I think for 4.0 they should just do a complete wipe, to be honest. I know some people might not like it, but it makes things easier. And I feel like it might be nice to try something else. Like I don't want to play Joanna forever, I don't think. I love playing her. I love her so much. But also it, you don't want to be stuck in one thing forever, you know?
yeah, a
It's
one trick
hard.
pony.
Yeah. I love I love the character I've created, but I
Like that's
played.
where I'm
Yeah.
at with Jeremy.
Yeah.
That's where the exact same spot I'm at with Jeremy.
It
Like I don't know what to do with him.
yeah. I played my character from 2.0 in 3.0 and then it didn't feel the same. It felt wrong in a lot of ways. Like I could never find my footing.
Yeah,
And some things are meant to stay in the past. Some things you just you end the story and you're like, "Oh, that was good. Let's try something else." And Joanna was that something else for me. And if I had never taken that leap and tried something else, then I wouldn't be where I am.
yeah,
exactly. You always
like
take a leap of faith.
Yeah.
I posted a question on my social media where I was like, okay, should I would you want to see this character in 4.0 or would you want to see me perma? Like basically like I gave the options of if I like before 4.0 launches like to perma or to just go into 4.0. And most people were like keep the character. And then I posted the follow up. I'm like, do you want to see him like in PD or EMS? And I think it was a resounding like join PD, but I was like, I have so many options with like the three characters I have Like I can
Mhm.
easily just be like, okay, well, complete memory wipe of the one character going in and be like, okay, let's have her just be EMS, and then have Will be like PD and kind of stuff like that. Like I have the options. Like most people, I don't think have that option, or they
Yeah.
just they don't know. Okay, well, I've been playing. Let me use an example. I've like the guy that plays Oswaldo. Like
Yeah.
if
Mhm.
he plays Oswaldo for like 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, all he knows is Oswaldo. He's not going to know. Okay, well, what could be like? Do I? And some people, one character is enough, and that's good for them.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I have that option, almost like a roll of the dice. I could be like, I can be like, okay, well, I want this character now to be EMS, and it's a whole new character, whole new server, whole new situations. No one knows, no one from like 3.0 knows about this character, blah 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 blah, and go from there.
Yeah. That's that's kind of the mentality I have. Like, I don't know if I could abandon Joanna for 4.0, but it's hard to say. It really is. When you grow to love a character, I
I
don't
mean,
I don't think I could ever perma a character. I've seen too many people regret it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
every
always
time
regret.
yeah, every time someone like permas a character I see on Twitter like a few days or a week later, like I really shouldn't have perma'd. Like pretty much every time.
Or that, like, why did I do that?
Yeah. I've seen too many people regret it.
Like
But
me, I don't think I'll perma anybody soon,
yeah.
but the thought has come across my mind, like, if I perma them off, what would I do?
Yeah.
You know, how would I send them off properly?
Yeah. There are definitely ideas like that and like what character would you make your main? I've had some thoughts recently about how cool it would be to make a actual superhero character that wasn't bound by EMS stuff like Joanna. I think would be interesting. Maybe dip my toes back into the whole reporting and news scene on NoPixel that I
Ooh,
abandoned.
do it. There's many you never know what you're gonna be able to do unless
Yeah.
you do.
I
That
used to do some stuff with Weasel News. I was the CEO at one point. Barely for like a very short amount of time, but hey, I tried. I tried my
yeah,
hand at it. But yeah,
you tried. That's the best you could do. Like you tried it, you ran with it for a little bit, and you
yeah,
enjoyed it.
exactly.
Is there anything like you would want to do with Joanna, like push her in a certain direction?
See, that's the problem is that I'm not sure. I've thought about it a lot. Thought about where the future holds, what Joanna could be in the future, and I simply don't know. I've I've thought a lot about it. Ever since she got out of Parsons, it's been the thing in my mind of like, what now?
Joanna was in person.
What, you didn't know that? Oh,
No,
that happened in April
guys.
when
Oh,
me and Pally were talking about Joanna's manic episode. That landed her in Parsons.
oh shit.
Yeah, she kidnapped Happy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she kidnapped him at gunpoint because she thought there were people after them that were gonna like kill them.
Well,
Yeah,
learn something new.
yeah, and Joanna was created back before I think I was even on the server of like the idea of what would a Parsons lifer look like. Like that was where the first
Oh,
ideas came from. And obviously she
okay.
became a different character, a very different character, but that kind of like achieved that like creation thing there. So yeah,
Gave
I'm
her
not
life.
sure what the future holds. maybe going more
Alright.
into like the therapist psychiatry, way. Because I do enjoy
Alright.
that a lot with the aftercare caretaking. I wish more people would call me up for that. Uh, Maybe I need to get more doctors on my side for it.
I think therapist Joanna would be fun.
Yeah.
Moonlighting as a therapist, but also superhero it. There you
Yeah.
go.
The superhero stuff is just me being SBS.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah,
I
it's fun.
enjoy it. Jimmy's just a freaking wild child, so
Yeah.
he's like, "We'll do it."
Yeah, do it.
Well, Jimmy's just like, "I'll do it. I'll do anything."
Yeah. What other things have I thought about? I had a whole like kind of brainstorming session in my Discord of like things I could do, things, you know, what people would like to see from Joanna cuz I maybe I shouldn't, but I always love hearing what my community thinks and
Oh,
what they want.
I love hearing things like
Yeah.
there are people in my community who are like, "The fate of the dice
Yeah.
lies within you."
Yeah,
And I'm just like, "Let's
exactly.
see what the dice gotta do."
There's people who like really dislike it, like backseating, but I enjoy seeing other people's ideas. Like Joanna's heart attack that happened was all because of one of my mods suggesting it.
There you go.
Uh I'm
Thank you, mods.
Yeah, thank you mods. Mods are great sometimes. Um
Question mark.
right now I've been
Dot.
doing the whole arc of uh Joanna and her mom. That's kind of
Mhm.
been simmering in the background, which I need to get to work on it. It's letters between her and her mom trying to repair their relationship. Uh, so I've been writing the
Okay.
letters. I need to write them. I it's just some work to do.
Just leave them in the mailbox.
Uh, yeah, I need to write them and then do a little animation thingy of like me reading them off, which that's been a lot of fun. I will get the next letter out soon. I promise, chat. But yeah, I find that interesting because in a lot of ways it's like role playing with myself and kind of
Mhm.
developing the character on my own. But it has some interesting repercussions.
Okay.
Yeah, Joanna has mommy issues. That's
Jimmy
always the
has no
thing.
daddy, so
What, Santa isn't his daddy?
Wait, Jimmy has parents now. I
What?
forgot
What?
about that. Yes, Ash and Adam Prince.
Oh.
Because Jimmy needed his origin story.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Wait,
Yep.
was Jimmy the one that asked about Joanna's parents and
Yep.
yeah,
Because Jimmy was trying to figure out how he can
and
get
Joanna was
origin
given
stories.
some weird responses there, which actually that was kind of helpful to lay some groundwork for me.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, look at the little body.
Oh,
Yeah,
Looking cool.
yeah.
that's
Adding the stuffing
skill.
now.
That is skill.
Barely skill, barely.
That is skill in my mind because I can't do anything remotely close to that. You're gonna get a mangled mess of a mangled
It was just
mess of just yarn. It's gonna be one big giant knot.
it was just a lot of looking up YouTube tutorials and learning how to read the directions.
Read me no.
Read. Nerd. Could be Joanna's driving school, how not to drive. Wow. Wow. No one likes my driving.
Wrong. Joanna's reckless driver.
Yeah. It's because I don't react to things quickly. Like something happens ahead of me and I just don't have the reaction time.
Jimmy goes and saves Joanna after she blows up her motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know,
And I get distracted with reading chat. I can't do two things at once.
Well,
I'm
that's where like I differ. Like I feel like I ignore chat for so
nah.
long because I get
I
engrossed in certain things.
I pay way too much attention to chat. I love talking with chat. It's my curse.
Like I even tell them when like I go on like flight calls like I'm not
Oh
ignoring
yeah.
you. I'm focused on not dying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. That was one of the few times I was like hyper focused as flight lessons where I cannot talk to chat. But flight lessons have been a lot of fun, and I haven't died. I did kill my flight instructor once, but other than that, it's been good.
Dun dun dun.
uh, uh, how do you guys feel about the new certs, by the way?
I would like to give them a shot on
Yeah,
Jimmy. I don't know if I would, because it's like one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I can do it on him. Like, I don't know if I
yeah.
have like the
It was what were the two ones? It was rapid response and what was it?
mountain rescue, I
Mountain
think.
rescue. Is that?
Um,
Hmm.
I would probably the only ones that he would actually go for would be the rapid response. I don't think, and this has to do with the fact that he already is flying certed. Like I don't see the need to have like rapid mountain rescue when like I'm
Yeah.
literally it's like, oh, there's a mountain call. Oh, okay, take the heli. It's like I can
Yeah.
understand if like someone like doesn't want to fly or they don't have a flight and this is like something else that they can do, then yeah, but I don't see that for him. And the whole thing with like it's basically been discussed that like just because you're asserted with this doesn't mean this is not in any way like saying, hey, you can hop in an Explorer and drive around. Like this is literally just like, okay, there's a call, go to go in an Explorer, come back to the Ambo.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
it's
think.
not.
Jimmy just steals a fucking dirt bike and literally
Yeah.
just goes up the mountain on the dirt bike and usually does the saving that way.
I don't think anyone would ever trust me. No one ever let me even touch it.
Maybe Joanna has to go to driving school.
No. I play into it sometimes. I crash into things on purpose because it's funny.
Crashing into things is always funny.
Yep, it's always is.
Like
There's never a
Jimmy drifts
situation where it's
around
not.
corners and always takes the corner a little too hard and will slam into things just for fun.
Yeah.
And plus, I always want to see how bad I can break my ambo.
Mine's gotten pretty broken. But I want there to be a kind of counseling cert in a way for if police call and like someone's in distress. Because we've gotten those calls a few times where the police doesn't know what to do and there's no psychiatrists. I
Mm-hmm.
want that to be a cert where you get like intervention or I forget what it's called. Like there's something in the real world that is like that where they send people out for mental health crises.
Yeah, crisis counselors.
Yeah, crisis counselor. There we go.
Mhm.
I'd love something like that. A cert like that.
Honestly, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
And that would be one way to drum up some like major RP between EMS and the hospital.
Yeah. The hospital has the counselor program, so it could be kind of like with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I
There you
need
go.
to bring it up more
Ideas.
times and like push it.
Yeah.
I don't know how the process of creating a cert goes.
Talk to people.
Yeah.
Talk to Kiki. Talk to V. Like you'll figure it out.
Yeah. That's something I'd love to do. I could pitch it to Kiki, I can make it. Yeah. Happy seemed to like the idea when I brought it up to him.
Here you go.
What?
The door is slowly opening.
Yep. Yeah. I love how EMS is still changing and becoming more.
It's forever growing and evolving.
Yeah. Ooh. My elbows are like starting to hurt from like leaning over the table because I'm like right on the edge of it and it's like digging into the edge.
The edge of glory.
I don't have a big enough table. Like, I've got too much stuff going on. I have my tablet on one side that's taking up. I've got like an L shaped desk. My tablet's on one side, taking up too much space. And then my laptop where I can see chat and my monitor. Too much stuff.
She's watching you chat.
Yeah, I'm watching chat. I still don't have a second monitor. I just use my laptop.
Lol.
Honestly, hey, we all are able to do that. We all do
Yeah.
that. So I do it.
You do it? Oh. I
Like
feel like I was.
when I first just started, I had one monitor. Now I'm at three.
Oh.
And I'm just like, how did I do this before? But at the same time, it's pretty cool to have.
Yeah. I don't know if I could get used to having another monitor. Like sometimes my tablet becomes another monitor. That's mostly just for drawing.
But yeah, no, I have like my setup. I invested way too much money, way too
Yeah.
quickly on this.
I got a bonus for an internship I did that I spent on my computer.
Ooh,
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, yeah,
internships. Love internships. I miss my internship.
yeah. I had a good internship. It was nice.
I got to hang out at a morgue.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Job hunting is so hard. Callie, I know you were talking about that recently. Did you get the job you were looking for?
Here's the thing with the job that I wanted, it was a work from home position. It would have been like amazing, but then when I went to the interview, um, the way they described it was like basically I would be working a contract for X amount of days, weeks, and so forth. And then at the end of that, there's a potential for like finding permanent work with them.
Hmm.
So for me, right now, I have a full-time job. I get benefits. It may not be the best paying job, but it's full-time and benefits.
Yeah, and you don't want to
I
leave that
can't,
behind for potential.
yeah.
Yeah, like
So,
I feel exactly how you're feeling because within the next year, I have a well, there is a deadline of August, but I probably am going to be leaving my state for a different state.
Oh,
And I'm really hoping that my company would let me take one of the home work from home positions just because it's like I really like it and I want to continue to see how the company grows over the years.
yeah,
Um but yeah, I feel exactly how it is. Like I'm just like, what do I do? Especially I'm taking a major jump
yeah.
in just my lifestyle and everything because I'm going from living in a bustling city, you know, I'm 20 minutes away from Manhattan to
Oh,
I'm trading in possibly moving to Georgia. So it's like
oh,
that's a major
yeah, that is
change for me.
major.
But I gotta say, I looked at a lot of places and I'm like, you know what? For what I pay here, I can get a full house,
Really?
like just of everything. Yeah. Like
Even 20
I
minutes
was,
from Manhattan? That's crazy.
yeah. For what I pay here, I can get a beautiful, like, piece of property.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's very expensive
Just
there.
like, I'm like, gosh, like, that's ridiculous. Like, why is it so
Yeah.
expensive?
Uh, it.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, life is expensive.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm like taking this leap of faith and just going with, you know, maybe I do need a change of scenery and change of
Yeah.
pace of
The
things.
city is nice in some ways, but also terrible in some ways.
Oh yeah. There's just too
I,
many people.
yeah. I honestly don't like it that much. I mean, in some ways it's nice. It's a bit of a hike for me to get there already, but I've gone a few times.
Yeah.
I've mentioned several times I live on the East Coast.
Woohoo, East Coast, Best
Yeah, East
Coast.
Coast, West
Just saying.
Coast.
hmm
So it takes a few hours to get to New York City, and then just the smell and it
Just the
feels
craziness
yeah.
that can happen.
Yeah, it feels in some ways unsafe, I guess.
Yeah.
Now you hear a
Like,
bunch
the
of
way I
stories.
see it yeah, the way I do like, the way I traverse the city is I just continue moving. Don't ever stop to talk to random people
Yeah.
because 'cause you'll get swindled into buying somebody's mixtape for some reason.
Yeah. I I'm very much a person who doesn't want to be in a bustling city.
Yeah, so now moving from there to Georgia is, like, gonna be such an interesting
Yeah.
change of pace,
I think you'll like
but
it.
it's like I hope so. Like, I'm still checking in, like, internet and stuff like that because I wanna continue to stream,
Yeah.
and I've seen people complain online how shitty certain providers are, and I'm like, "Please don't be in the area, please don't be in the area,
Yeah. I
please don't be what I'm stuck with."
ugh. We
But,
can
I
hope.
mean, we all have to grow and change, and new adventures always lead to new opportunities. That's the
Yeah,
way I keep my
exactly.
head up.
I'm trying to keep an open mind. Like, job hunt has gotten me down
Yeah.
in a lot of ways, just because it feels like I don't know where I can go. I. The graphic design world is all about connections.
Mhm. I mean, one way to start is you build a portfolio.
Yep. Got one of
Etsy is
those.
one way to kinda gain some extra spending cash. You know, sell the products that you know that you can do.
Yeah.
Sell the service, and then eventually you become your own boss.
Yeah.
It's always the best thing. Always look forward, never look down.
Yeah. I'm looking down at my crochet right now.
Like, that's sick. Like, I'd be like, "Hey, you wanna, like,
Yeah.
crochet me my character?"
Yeah, I have thought about that. Like, would people like crochet things of their characters?
It'd be cool.
Yeah. The only problem is they might be a bit expensive because they take a lot more time than they look. And also, yarn is
Hey,
expensive.
yarn is expensive,
Yeah.
but it's a service, and it's also something that will be one of a kind and unique,
Yeah.
and you actually know that it was made with, craft
Love.
and love, and you because 'cause you're producing an art form.
Yeah.
Like like, that is your art.
if someone wanted one of the big ones, that would be very expensive.
Mm.
It took so long and so much yarn.
Jimmy and a jelly bean, that's all I need.
Yeah. But she came out so nice. I think I worked her in a hook size that was too big, and that's why she came out like
Cranium.
ginormous. Yeah. Uh, hmm. I have I've made tons of these tiny ones now. I'm crocheting a bunch of YouTubers from my favorite Minecraft series. I'm just like, this is a
Okay.
cool project, and I've definitely gotten a lot better at crochet recently.
Okay.
Yeah. One time I
Good
actually
to
did
see.
crochet Kiki because I wanted to see what I could do, like in the no pixel realm. The one thing that'll trip me up is facial hair. How the heck do you
Facial hair is always rough.
how the heck do you crochet facial hair?
You don't, you Sharpie it in.
Sharpie it in, yeah.
That's it, just gonna use Sharpie.
I even online there's not a lot of resources for it, which I'm like, just tell me. Uh, one day I'll figure it out. Yeah. I honestly recommend crocheting to people if they want to pick up a hobby to maybe keep them busy or keep their hands busy. I always want something to do with my hands.
Yeah.
We have
What's, like,
gotten yeah.
one thing if you could improve just the realm of just RP servers in general, what's one thing that you would
Oh,
do?
that is a good question. I need to add that to my list
Like,
of
be it, like,
questions.
if it's, like, something creative that you wanna do or Like, even if it's like back end dev work, what's something that you would want to kind of bring in and, that that would be universal towards everybody?
Oh, man, you're really that's a tough one. Pally, do you have any ideas?
Of like something to bring in that would benefit and improve the RP server as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Be it a mechanic, a server mechanic, or
Get rid of the stress
something.
mechanic.
I hate that thing.
Yeah. Get rid of it completely. I hate it. That would improve everyone's life.
well, okay. My main issue is most people know about the Sanguine Isles that are like where it's like a no-go zone kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the whole thing right now is that you got the Shark Rangers protecting against the Sanguine Isles. What they could have done, what I thought would have been beneficial was to not necessarily have an island where like it was a hostile force bent on like doing stuff to us or like weapons trafficking or whatever that is, but actually have almost like a getaway where like
Mm.
you could have a port uh, kind of on the eastern part of the island,
Mhm.
and you could literally take a boat or have someone own a boat and take you over there or even fly over there and just have stuff over there that's not necessarily on the main island
Hmm.
and treat it almost like a getaway where like you can go over there and like have more or less like vacation-esque like RP where it's like you're like, oh, me and the family, we're gonna go over there and we're just gonna relax, and then it's just your adventures over there, treating it more like Hawaii esque and
Hmm.
like and not necessarily like
Yeah.
a an army base kind of thing.
That's
Hmm.
the problem with the features is that a lot of times the crims seem to kind of take them over for themselves. Not to say that it's bad, like I'm sure the RP is interesting with like the military base island, but sometimes it's a bit harder for civs to
Get some opportunities
yeah,
and
get the
stuff. Yeah.
opportunities to maybe use those things for themselves. I've always been a huge promoter of Civ RP and try to make things better for civs. I never play any crims. I the thought stresses me out too much. Uh hmm. Yeah, I don't know what would like improve it across the board for everyone. Like I could suggest little improvements that might improve like small things here and there, but for everyone, that's a real tough one. Do you have any ideas, Nerdy?
One thing I would love to do is just expand on things.
Yeah.
So, like, give each thing, like, I would like to introduce more Civ stuff.
Yeah, I miss the markets. I know people say that they weren't that great, but I enjoyed them more
I
than the
would bring the markets
storefronts.
back, and like with Andy back as mayor, that would be cool to kind of see.
Yeah. I they were something that the storefronts can't capture with the people always having an RP hub where you could go to and know that people were there to interact with. That's something
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like I struggle with sometimes is actually finding people. Like the city has 250 people in it, but actually finding people can be
Finding
hard.
someone, yeah.
We need a hub where people like hang out most of the time. You could always go and find people there. I
The
kind of treat
markets were
Uwu,
always like the best hub.
yeah, I treat Uwu like that nowadays since it seems like people come and go there. But I want somewhere where everyone can be.
Like, I remember like tsunami
Yeah.
parties,
I
like, were
remember
at
when people
Beans
used to
World.
hang out all the time at the Pink Cage.
Mm-hmm.
And that was or like Lot Q. Places like that I think are desperately needed. That's
Yeah.
what I'd add, is some kind of central hub.
Return of a hub. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'd love that. Because when I'm doing superhero and stuff, part of what I do is just looking around for people to interact with.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's like a little sad when you're like, oh, I can't find anyone. And sure, a lot of them are probably criminals doing criminal things, hiding away. But you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. What do you think about the state of prison RP? Nerdy.
Prison RP is improving. I know there's a lot of people
Yeah.
who are slowly returning back to their prison RP characters.
I've started doing that.
Yeah, as long as there's like a reason to RP at the prison, I think it will always continuously grow.
Yeah.
But one thing I would love to see is how what they did with Bane
Yeah,
is
we want
start
parole.
offering maybe some parole. Like
God.
let the lifers out, and if they fuck up out there, then they go back on parole. Like
Yeah.
seeing how a lifer would adjust back to life would be interesting.
Yeah. I God. It prison RP can be fun, but it can also be really hard to navigate.
Like I
I
had some
I
fun
hate
with
the cuff
prison
timer.
RP. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
I
had
had
a
some fun with prison RP.
yeah.
Like there was one time when Mr. K and the gang broke into the prison and we literally were like we were all going at it. Like
Yeah.
that was fun
The,
because it was like they took the time to actually break in to give the lifers some, something more than just we're waiting for the next person to come in.
yeah. There the time I had like some of the best RP was the prison RP I had in December when Happy went in on the 5150 hold in the prison. And my lifer character was there, and all of a sudden, things got very bad. It was some of the best RP I've ever had because it was different from the status quo.
Mm-hmm.
The prison is very status quo-y, but when something like can make a huge difference, a person, someone who is willing to, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Just something to work off of.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah, something different, which is why I dislike the cuff timer. Not having more people in prison, it's always a little sad.
Yeah.
I think I over
People start doing more crime, getting arrested.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, do more crime. Get arrested more. I think maybe I overstuffed these arms. Oh well. I can't really push them down. They're always T-posing forever.
Mhm.
What a life to always be T-posing. I've got more questions.
Okay.
I actually haven't asked a lot of them. We've gotten so off track. Uh
Hey, it's not a
yeah.
podcast.
Not a podcast. Exactly. It's just a talk show thingy. But we can go as long as you guys want or as short as you guys want.
I do not mind.
Yeah. All right. Favorite RP moment so far?
Favorite RP moment?
Yeah.
I would have to say I think honestly I'm enjoying just every moment with Jimmy at the moment. Like
That's a cop out
I
answer.
well no, like
Yeah.
there's things with Jimmy like it's like what was really cool is I think and it's going to always be like B literally created a product for
Yeah.
Jimmy. Like she made him his jelly bean.
Yeah, that is
And
so
that
cute.
like like, I remember before being in the server and just watching some of the RP channels, and, you know, B was one of them, along with, like, my favorites, Space Boy and Milton, because
Yeah. Of course, of course.
Space Boy Milton, yes. But, like, to have something like that be put in kinda, like, honor of Jimmy, it means the world to me, and I just have to say, like, and I don't know if I've said it enough, I probably said it enough on my streams, but, like, I will forever be excited and happy and thankful to, B for doing it,
Yeah.
because
So that's your
that
favorite moment is getting the
yeah, getting
oh.
the jelly beans, because it's like, this is Jimmy's jelly beans.
Yeah, Jimmy's
Like, and
jelly beans.
he has a sale pitch for it.
Oh.
Like, he tells people, like, "Buy my jelly beans, Jimmy's branded jelly beans at Sweet Remedies in Vinewood."
Mm. Yeah, that makes
So it's
sense.
like, cool. And they're not just candy, they're bullet hole plugs.
I love how they're first aid kits.
Yeah, like, that's what I use them on people, like, I RP it as, like, Jimmy's putting jelly beans sometimes in people,
Oh
and
god.
the way he pitches
What?
it, and he's like, "If you really like these help really good as bullet hole plugs because they're the same size."
Oh god, that's terrible.
I mean, it's better than just having dirt put in your wound,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, that is true, but damn, that
At least they're
is
somewhat made in a stable environment.
only somewhat. Just a little bit.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's I think that's one of the coolest moments, like,
Yeah.
just when they were released, and I was like, "Oh my god."
Hmm.
That was just cool. I will always be forever grateful and happy about it.
Yeah. Oh. What about on Dr. Jeremy?
Jeremy, I think just the my favorite moment is I RP'd with him for so long in public, because back in public, there were no doctors, there was no EMS, so, like, we
Oh.
volunteered hard. I think my favorite moment was just my first day as the actual doctor,
Hmm.
as the actual, healer, revive, and being able to have all the mechanics. I
Yeah.
think that was, like, my favorite thing ever.
Oh.
Because my first day was just jam-packed with such amazing people,
Yeah.
and who would have thought, 2 years later, "Oh my god, these are people I call my internet friends. These are my
Oh.
friends that I met online." Broken
Yeah.
Oath, Dr. Blake, Surrey,
Oh man.
Harlow.
Dr. Blake.
Yeah, Harlow, all of them. It was just like I met all these great people. That's like you know, when they permad like when Ricky and permad and then Blake permad, it kind of hit me hard because it's like
Yeah.
OOC. I was like, I owe these guys a lot, even though I know these are characters now. Interact with them some other way in a different shape or form. Like this still got to me because it's like, Jeremy is a part of me, and the interactions from them were great,
Yeah.
and they're the reasons why I am in the spot that I am as a doctor character.
Yeah. I used to hang out with the doctors so much in 2.0. Uh, I once made the doctor calendar, the sexy doctor calendar.
A sexy doctor calendar. There
Yeah.
was supposed to be a second one, but it never never was made.
Hmm. Yeah. I think I planned on creating a second one. I don't think you've ever seen the first one, but because that was
Mm.
2.0.
Oh
But
no, the second one did come back. The first one did come back. Because that's when we got the idea for the second one.
oh, really? Or
And
maybe
there
it was a
I don't
different
remember her
one?
name. Maybe her name was, like, Nikki Glass or something, I
Oh,
don't
no, no, it
remember.
was Nikki Rivers. That was my character.
Yeah, that was your
Oh,
character.
yeah.
You never you took Jeremy's picture. He was
Yeah.
wearing the boxers. I think
Oh,
that's the second one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
3.0.
I was planning on the second one, and then things kind of fell apart on Nikki.
Yeah.
I,
So I was like, her name was Nikki. Oh my god, that was you. Look at
yeah,
that.
it was
I didn't
me. It
even
used to
know.
be Nikki. And then I started on Joanna, and Oh,
And Nikki disappeared.
Nikki disappeared. Yeah, but Nikki holds a nice place in my heart.
Gotta bring Nikki back.
The problem is that things are just too different. She was the niece of Mickey Rivers, who was the previous CEO of Weasel News, but he's no longer in the server, and it just doesn't feel right without him there.
Have her work at like what's the company that Artorias started
Uh,
with?
what, LSBN?
No, Pastels.
Oh, Pastels. Yeah.
Bring back Pastels, bring back the books, bring back,
Mm,
you know, the
yeah.
cool interactive things that we all had, not just car magazines.
Yeah. In some ways, I feel
Let the
like
design agree to work.
she should be left in the past. I sometimes I regret bringing her into 3.0 because her
Mm,
story had a good ending in 2.0,
okay.
but you had a bat fly in your room?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
What?
I
You didn't get
literally
bit, did you?
no,
Okay, because if you did, that
You're
would be
not gonna
really
be a
bad. I'd say
vampire?
get to the hospital right now.
no, it
Rabies,
didn't. It didn't. It
tetanus.
didn't. It
Yeah.
didn't bite me. I
What the heck?
it landed on my fan, and I took a bag and I scooped it up and I tossed it outside.
What the fuck?
You know what though? Kinda cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool, but Jesus Christ. How did it get in?
Callie, are
I
you
don't know.
secretly a vampire and you don't want us to know?
Yeah,
No, I don't know how it got in. I honestly don't know how it got in. It
that is creepy.
It was there the entire time.
Was it like a big bat or a small one?
was a small bet,
Little fruit bat. I had kids.
possibly, but it's either the bat goes or I sleep downstairs,
Yeah,
and
no, get
I
that
love
out.
my AC too much.
Yeah, I would up to one.
Your voice went Jimmy there.
Yeah. I slip into all my characters throughout my day. You should hear me in at work. Like it happens all the time. I slip in between all of them once in a while, just to kind of spice up everybody's like, who's talking? Who's saying that? Where's that coming from? And I'd be like, I don't know, man. I just saw this person they walked through real quick. I don't know who they were.
Who knows?
Perks of being a voice actor.
Hell yeah. I could never. I'm no good with voices. Joanna, when I first created her, had a stutter in a way. And then I kind of
See
ditched
this?
that.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't be able to keep the stutter.
It
If I had a
was
character
it
stutter,
was
I wouldn't be
hard.
able to do it.
I kind of picked it up like when she was feeling more distressed. I don't know how
Mhm.
Cassandra does it. That
Oh, kudos.
Yeah, I
Kudos.
don't
That's what I
know.
say.
But she has some kind of gift there. Who knows? Ugh.
Fun fact: my voice was like this at the start, and then it just slipped into like you can kind of tell when I say like uh Alpha 8376 latest 911.
Yeah, a little southern twang shows up. I
Mm-hmm.
hear it.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys know I finally got Alpha 44 just last night?
Ooh,
Nice, nice.
Cause
congratulations.
yeah, thanks to elections, I finally got it. I've wanted it for so long. It's all I've ever wanted.
I mean, all props to her for getting there. That was a nice character to have around.
Yeah. She used to play a character that I interacted with in 2.0 who was my Auntie Sybil on Nikki. She's always very nice. Uh,
Everybody's moving on in certain directions, and
yeah. Charlotte went to PD. I'm
mhm.
gonna miss her.
William's gonna follow.
No!
You'll still see her.
Yeah.
Wait until the 13 Bravos.
Oh no, that's terrible.
I mean, it's like we go from like working alongside her to picking her up after she forgets to reload her weapon and gets gunned down by CG. Like it's it's just a natural progression, you know?
Yeah. Sad progression. I love Charlotte.
Yeah, but she'll be back.
She'll be
They
back.
always come back. Yeah, one way or another.
Yeah.
Beep 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 beep.
Oh. Jeez.
I
Temboza
mean,
will have a new meaning.
okay, so I'm not ruling out that she might make another EMS character because that's obviously her choice to do. But like we had, oh crap, what's her name? Something Williams. She was former PD, then went to EMS. We got her through to solo trainee, and she got uh, brought back into PD, and then she made another character. So like,
Oh.
Yeah.
it's the natural progression. Like, can't just like keep someone cooped up as one thing. Like, it's ultimately their decision how they want to do things.
Yeah. Uh,
Doesn't make it any less sad that like she's going on to PD, but still, it's like, who are we to keep her as an EMS if her goal is to be PD?
yeah.
That is true.
Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I need to get some plastic eyes for this guy.
Okay,
Ooh,
okay.
eyeballs.
Yeah.
While the streamer is away, make sure you guys are following her because she's an awesome streamer.
Yeah, and if you're not following, I'm
I
gonna
have a
scold you.
whole thing of eyes.
Googly eyes?
Not googly eyes.
Were you able to
Damn,
see where
missed
they were?
opportunity.
Yep. Alright. Gotta find the right size. These used to be like in like their own little sections, but then they kind of fell over and now now I've kind of lost where everything is.
Ooh, mismatched eye sizes are always fun. Just makes everything look wild.
Yeah. No, that's nose. That's a nose go. No, that's too big. Come on. That's too big. Give me something to work with. What the heck? Hmm. Hold on here. Let me see. Too big. I've interrupted the conversation. Oh no.
Oh, no worries.
You
I'm
guys
just
continue on.
really intrigued about your little box of eyes and noses.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
We
Found
can
one.
we can say that she does not lack vision.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a bunch of little plastic eyes.
It's like you're the spider mom from Coraline.
Oh god, yeah. And there's these little noses. Some of them have like little bumps on them.
Ooh, textures.
Yeah. I also have these eyes that are like brown. But I found I like the fully black ones better. But there's always possibility to use them some other time.
Mm-hmm.
I have way too big of a collection of stuff. And then I have little buttons. I bought a bunch of buttons. The amount of stuff I have gathered for crocheting stuff is honestly ridiculous at this point. Alright. Back to what we were talking about. I don't know.
Growth. I think we were talking about for a brief moment.
What were we talking about?
Growth and stuff. Like, I know we did like favorite moments of
Oh
things
yeah.
that we did
Favorite
in.
moments. Pally, favorite moment. There's another bad guy in his room.
Oh,
Squeak squeak.
sorry. I have it on push to talk for a reason. Favorite moment. I would have to say I I'm trying to think of a favorite moment though.
Mm,
Oh,
Put you on the spot.
okay. So my favorite moment is really weird to think that it would be a favorite moment. Um, I was responding to a 911, well, actually a 52 request of two clowns on top of the bridge, like that little green bridge, like you would be going towards the tuner shop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to land down, and they were able to get the people into the heli, and I was able to get over to the hospital safely.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It was a both OOC and IC uh, confidence boost.
Feel good
Nice.
moment. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
You're a skilled flyer.
Yeah, you are. And Jimmy's a skilled faller.
What?
I think the last air call me and Will did, Jimmy somehow fell off the building. How? I
Oh,
don't know.
I
I
fell off
started to
May's
get
bank.
into the heli and Jimmy just ran off instead and just jumped. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
hello, GTA.
GTA. Hmm. Hmm. Fall damage. It doesn't matter. Hmm. I'm trying to get these centered. Now they're too far apart.
Eh.
Yeah. All right. I've got other questions. We might be wrapping up soon if we're running out of things to
All
talk
right.
about.
Okay.
Um, how how do you go about creating a character?
Um,
Um, hmm, I gotta think about that one.
okay, for me, it's simple. Is I try to make the character 100 times or 100% different than the person that I am. So, like, obviously, William is a army vet. I have not enlisted. Um,
Yeah.
um, he is from San Antonio, Texas. I am as north as you're gonna get from Texas. Um, like I try to take aspects that like of someone that I would want to be, but yet given the circumstances, I'm not. And I try to work it into a kind of persona. So like Will becomes a army vet from San Antonio, Texas, who just so happens wants to be EMS, and I went from there.
Nice.
Okay,
Makes sense.
that's work. Um, when it comes in terms of like just in general, just creating any character, I try to just be like, what would they do? Who would they be? How would
Hmm.
they act be? It's like coming from an actor's background, when we get stills and stuff for auditions and stuff, they have you like read these lines and they're like, all right, make a character how, give them a backstory, give them, an emotion to why this. So like the script can be read 1,000 different ways. So my thing is my characters can be played 1,000 different ways.
Hmm.
They're always evolving, no matter what, they're gonna always evolve with how I play, and how interactions go. Like there will be times where Jimmy's like super like, I'm doing the SOPs because someone told him that he needed to grow up and start acting like an adult. And his idea of an adult is, they follow the book, they read the rules, they're doing everything. So he took that initiative for work. Um,
Oh.
so that's kind of like how how he's eating vegetables right now.
Oh god. At least he's eating
Or
well. At some point he's gonna get diabetes.
no, he can't die of beaties. Like,
He's
Can
that's
elves
something.
get
he's
diabetes?
he's been told that, like, his teeth problems and his health problems stem from a nonstop diet of,
Candy.
candy, and he doesn't
Yep.
listen to
You're
him,
too
so
much
Nope.
like Happy. Joanna gets so
Like
pissed at Happy.
like, Jimmy goes to, like, the food restaurants, and he's like, "Which candy can I what send me one of your every one of your desserts." Like, that's what I'm gonna eat. Like, that's Jimmy for you in a nutshell. He's a very eccentric little man
Yeah. Joanna
who
was told to watch her
drains
eating.
me.
Yeah. I when I was doing Joanna on her manic arc, like that drained me every single day afterwards. I was just like, "Oh my god, this is too much." Like
Yeah.
I was constantly having her run around and like talk really fast. I don't get how you can do it.
So, a lot of patience and just trying to breathe.
Yeah. But I've tried to keep
Like,
up the more hyper
that's
Joanna
Jimmy in a
after that.
nutshell.
Joanna used to be a lot more chill, but I I I like being a little bit hyper and,
Mhm.
kind of out there, childish superhero.
Yeah, like, Jimmy is like a grown up child. He's
Yeah.
got child mentality with adult money. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna spend it on random shit. Very similar to how I am. Like, I'm
Joanna,
like,
yeah.
"Mm, what do I want to buy?"
Yeah. Joanna never really had a childhood, so she's kind of living what she can now in a lot of ways. If she wants to be a superhero because she never got to like play pretend as a kid, that's what she's gonna do. Because no one can tell her no now.
Yeah. That's what I
I,
like about RP.
yeah,
Forever evolving.
forever evolving. Like, when I first created Joanna, she was pretty much a totally different character.
Jimmy was, yeah, same thing with Jimmy. Jimmy was a completely different character.
Really? What was he like?
Jimmy Jimmy had like this strong New Yorker accent and was just like super like just very different than what he was now. Um
New Yorker Jimmy. That sounds cursed.
right, knowing the Jimmy you know now, New Yorker Jimmy is a completely different being.
Yeah.
Like he was more rougher and tougher around the edges. Like he wasn't sweet at all.
He
He was just
wasn't an
always grumpy
elf.
and angry. Yeah, he wasn't an elf. But like I only played him for, a handful of times because I didn't know what to do with him. And then he got scuffed. And every time I tried to load in on him, the server I would have X-ray vision.
Huh. Only on him?
Yep.
That's weird.
Only on him. None of the other characters had that issue until they basically, I guess, like backdated his data. And that's when I started coming around on EMS.
Hmm.
Like that's how I turned him into an EMS character. So I was like, all right, maybe I change it up. He hasn't been played in like a year. He had a beautiful paycheck too. The moment I logged on him, I was like, oh my
How
god.
much did you get?
It was like 3/4 of $1 million. It was like
Ooh.
700 and something. And
Oh
I
boy.
literally spent all that money on nothing. Like Jimmy became the character and he became broke.
Oh god.
I was like, you know what? I learned my lesson.
Yeah. Being broke is fun in some ways. My
Hmm.
characters have never been like super rich.
My character Ed is designed to be broke.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to have money.
Only
Like
recently
I
with
only make money on him just to pay his asset fee for the car, and that's it.
yeah. Only
Other
recently
than
I've
that,
started making more money because of the EMS pay increase, which now I don't know what to do with it all.
like everybody's like, even like I don't remember who it is, but I know someone's like Jimmy needs a car. And Jimmy literally has a bicycle, but majority of the time he's walking. Like
Hmm.
you'll see him walking from Will's house to the firehouse. And like that's how I usually start stream with him. And like he's walking and I have his opening song playing,
Oh,
which
that's
is
cute.
500 miles.
Oh, yeah.
And like he's just walking to the firehouse.
Walking can be really interesting on NoPixel. Like I've done walking
Mhm.
streams where Joanna just walks with her bunny.
Yep.
And
Like
sometimes if
I have
she's like
my hand up keybind just because I'm like, you never know. Jimmy might actually be kidnapped one day.
yeah. What's I gonna say? When I create a character, I've always just started with like what what trauma can I put on them? What problems do they have? That's my philosophy is what can I do to make them fucked up?
Mhm.
That's basically
Like
my
everybody's
philosophy.
like Jimmy, like there's one of my mods. It's like Jimmy needs an emo arc. Like that will be the best for him is to have an
That would be
emo
pretty
arc.
funny.
Like just emo Jimmy, which is a completely different Jimmy in all ways, shapes, and forms.
yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
That would be pretty funny, I'm not gonna
It's just
lie.
something detrimental needs to happen to where he gets to that point.
Will gets injured. No, he always gets injured.
Right now, he's just drastically happy. I need him to be drastically emo for that to happen.
Hmm.
I mean, there was the moment where I sent my motorcycle off of a hill and hit a guardrail, and I was in ICU. And I literally, there was a character, Shay, and she was like distraught in tears. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, maybe there has to be a moment for that. But then, like, like he said, like, there has to be like something so drastic. Like, it's not going to take Will getting hurt. It's going to take something else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, the issue is that people get hurt a lot on NoPixel.
Yeah.
Mm,
We just gotta make them seriously hurt.
yeah, gotta get super attacked. Serial
Like,
killed.
if Jimmy were to ever get, like, suspended from EMS for, like, a long period of time, like, just days-wise, I think that could be something that triggers it, but it needs to be, it needs to be, like, a very stern thing.
Yeah.
Because right now, he's just always happy, and he's excited about everybody, and, like, somebody needs to play his bad guy
Yeah.
and actually, like, put their foot down on, like, his antics sometimes.
Yeah. That's that's what I was talking about with you need a villain.
Yep.
I want villains. Want people who dislike me. I love people who are serial killers because it's always fun to interact with them.
Uh, I love playing Ed when he had his, like, major serial killer arc.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so fun.
Did you ever get caught?
No, and, like, last year for the fiscal year, like, I made a goal for him to attack 100 people.
Jesus.
December 31st, we got to 175,
What?
and he never got caught, and
What
I was
the
like, "Come on,
fuck?
somebody just needs to catch this guy."
Did you
Like,
ever like make mistakes? Like
I left way too many clues.
no one cared?
I was like, maybe just they're tired of him. Maybe they think I'm a different serial killer. I don't know.
That is strange.
You
But
could
like,
literally have walked up and into Mission Row PD, said, I am a serial killer, and they probably would not have done anything.
they're like, do you have proof? I'm be like, motherfuckers. Like one of my first SKs was actually on Tex Graves.
Oh, I love Tex.
I kidnapped him, slit him open, took a piece of his tongue, and I got caught with his axe, but nothing ever happened.
What? Jeez. I need a
I
serial
had
killer
his
to go after
axe
Joanna.
and his gun. Like, I robbed him,
What the
and the
fuck?
cops did nothing. They had him in a lineup, and that was it. And that's as far as it went. And I just kept
Wow.
doing the same exact thing. And I'm just like, somebody just needs to catch me. I want to have fun, like cop RP.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he is crazy. He is a crazy little guy. He's nuts. Now I have him dressed like a Borderlands
Yeah.
character.
Well, I guess keep at it.
I'm gonna keep trying until I get caught.
Yeah, keep going, keep killing.
I wouldn't mind him being a lifer.
Yeah. Well, then you'd have 2 lifers.
Yeah, that'd be a conflict of interest.
Yeah. That's
Meowth's
fine.
gonna have to die.
Yeah. The one serial killer that went after Joanna was Guire. Now he's dead.
Guire is Ed's friend.
What?
Yes, they're from the same group.
Oh, wait, what group?
The Legion. We were brought in from the Smileys.
Oh.
So Guire and Ed are actually real friends. Like, it's
Huh.
in their stories.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah.
And now his
Ed doesn't know.
brother has contacted Joanna. But he
Oh,
seems like a nice guy. And I don't know if I trust Xerox to actually, like, not have a psychotic character.
oh my god. I love Fiddlesticks.
Yeah. All his characters are crazy, so Joanna's trusting him, but I don't trust him OC. Not as in the
I don't
slightest.
trust you.
But hey, angst and issues. That's always fun. Uh oh god.
Do we have any questions from
Yeah,
chat?
chat. Give us something.
This is your time, chat.
This is your time.
With great power comes great responsibility.
We're almost done with the doll. Usually I do the body a little bit faster, but with talking gets a bit
I
slower.
get distracted.
Yeah, distracted. Yeah. But yeah. One day I hope a serial killer goes after Joanna again. I need that
There you
angst.
go. Yeah, you'll get it.
That sounds ominous. You'll get it.
Halloween time is when I
Oh.
start back up with him fully
Ooh.
again.
Do love Halloween. That's when I'm gonna
My
have
favorite season.
CarbyCon again.
Barbie-Con?
Yeah, it's my big stream of the year for charity.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Get
You ever
people
want to
on.
do some variety? Let me know.
Yeah, I get people on to do it. My chat's been bugging me about variety all the time. They love it.
I started doing Fortnite as variety, and I got hooked.
I've never played Fortnite. I've never played any shooters. I'm not a shooter.
It's a fun game when you have like the right people to play it with
I'll
because I'm not
yeah.
interested in like getting that super win.
Maybe I'll
Like
play
I'm
it for
not
CarbyCon. Have like a segment
yeah.
with other people.
But I've also been playing what is it? Leah? I don't know how they pronounce it. Leia. It's the new like MMO that's very like
Ooh.
Disney Dreamlight Valley-ish.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
that's multiplayer now too.
Oh. Yeah. I just finished up with Alien Isolation as my variety
Ooh.
game, so now I'm not sure what to do next.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been just chilling out, seeing what I can do,
I have
what
games
options are
on
out there.
Steam that I've just never touched that I should.
Oh, same. I
Like,
thought buying games on Steam, and I just use Game Pass to see what I would like. And if it leaves Game Pass, and I'm like, no, I really want to get that game, then I'll buy it on Steam.
yeah,
Yeah.
lately I've been playing Satisfactory, and I've been doing like a modded playthrough,
Ooh.
and like it's something that I play to like not always be playing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I try like the whole variety thing, and then I get like scattered brain, and then I go to one game, and then I don't get bored of it, but it's like, okay, well, there's other things I could be playing, and so I end
Yeah.
up going back to variety. But like Satisfactory is just it's that gives me that itch of like variety,
It
but then I can
satisfies
still,
you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought? I've been also playing Stardew Valley off stream. That's been
Oh,
fun.
Stardew Valley's fun.
Yeah.
I have it for the Switch.
Ooh. Yeah. It's been fun playing with friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one person that's been playing it that like brought up like doing something with others was Aphrodite.
Yeah,
I
Royal.
don't know if she was like serious about it, but like I told her like
I
I would play like just a 4-player map and just play, you
Yeah,
know.
that sounds fun.
I played it with Royal.
Royal is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Royal's a sweetheart.
Sometimes you just message me on Discord saying, I hope you have a good day.
Oh,
Yep, I got one of those messages not too
Yeah.
long ago, and I
mm-hmm.
was like, "Oh, look
Yeah,
at
exactly.
you."
She's so great.
Yeah, Royal's amazing.
Yeah.
Royal is another person I RP'd with on a couple characters.
Yeah. I'm
Like
gonna
I
get
get
her
to
on
RP
here at
with
some
her
point.
on. Yeah, I got to RP with her on Jimmy and on Ed. Now I get to do it with
Ooh, on
Jimmy
Ed.
and Aphrodite. Yeah, her character Elephant, L,
Ooh.
Elephant.
Elephant.
Yep. Um, her and Jimmy were part of the Wastelanders together.
Ooh. The Wastelanders.
Mm-hmm. And we lived up in Grapeseed, um, which a lot of them left, which is one of the reasons why like playing Ed is hard because like his main friend group are now no longer in the server.
El- uh, Royal used to play a character, didn't she? That I think I interacted with.
I know she had the clerk,
It was. I can't
correct.
remember now, but I used to interact with her in 2.0. I just can't remember
And she
who.
had well, L was in 2.0. I know that one for sure.
It was
She played
Royal
L in
Anderson. I
2.0.
just looked it up. She was a
Yep.
therapist.
Yep.
That's it. I knew her somewhere. Yeah, and then first he was part of uh
First
the
temple.
the Weasel News.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I knew her from somewhere there. I can't remember ever interacting with her, but I know there was somewhere there. It's amazing how many people I have met over the years and just know.
So cool though.
Yeah. It always astounds me. All
It's
right.
so fun.
I'm
It's
almost
always so
done.
fun. Woohoo!
One last round.
Now what kind of like yarn puppet is it gonna be?
Doll? What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm actually not sure. I was like I need
You knit
something to
clothes and everything, like
yeah,
hair,
clothes.
clothes, and all
Yeah.
that. Well,
Like
that's cool.
I got
You're
this one.
creative. I would just be drawing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna sharpie in some shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of patterns. What I'm using are called weebies.
Okay.
Yeah. They're very nice. They've got a lot of patterns for them. You can mix and match a lot of stuff. And then I just kind of find stuff on Google. I'm like, "Hey, give me something, Google." And usually if you find something, you can modify it a little bit. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more advanced, but when you're just following a pattern, it's really simple. Like
Okay.
pretty much all I've done for this is just a increase, a single crochet, increase and decrease. That's it. It literally 3 stitches and I made this.
Look at you.
Yeah. Of course I've done some complicated stuff. But crochet is
All
easy once you
skill.
get to know everything. I was frustrated when I first started out, like I was like, "Oh man, I keep messing this up. I'm never going to be good at this." Now, now I quite enjoy it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, have fun, and do what you do.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I've been watching like your stream and how you're doing it. I'm like, it's fucking sick. I can't do
You can do it if you put your back into it.
that.
You gotta believe in yourself and buy crochet material.
I'll probably try to do like the little people one
Yeah.
day.
I mean, there's this thing that you could start out with called the Woobles, where they give you a bunch of instructions. They give you all the yarn you need for it, the hook, and walk you through it. That's how I started. I think a lot of people have been like obsessed with them. They start out with little animals.
Mm-hmm.
You can make like a penguin, a rabbit, a lion.
Oh, I would like a little dusk penguin.
Yeah. I technically still have the first one I made, but my dog got to it.
Oh no!
Yeah. And then he decided to play with it a little bit.
Puppers, no, eat.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah. What's some like goals that you guys want to set for yourself in just in terms of like streaming and then also RP?
Oh, that's a good one. I I don't know. I just continue to have fun, interact with more people. In some ways I feel like I don't interact with as many people as I could. I want I want to make more friends in different areas. At some point, like crime has always really intimidated me, but I don't think I can avoid it forever. Like I should make a crime at some point, right?
Yeah.
But that's scary.
I mean, the world of crims, like I'll give you the best advice that was given to me.
Oh.
Be willing to take the L, which that's what Ed
Yeah,
is.
I always take the
He is
L.
willing to take the L. But he just doesn't get caught to take the L.
Yeah. I live to take the L. That's what I do.
There you go.
I always
Just
want Joanna to take more
take
L's,
the L.
but no one will give me L's. Finally, Krimark soon.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
I get like really intimidated by like confrontation. Like
Mhm.
even in real life, like if someone like has like a stern talking with me, I start to cry because I'm like, I don't know, I get overwhelmed. I'm not even like sad, it's just like overwhelming, which frustrates me a lot. So like having that kind of confrontation scares me a little bit. Like one time in 2.0, with the robbing houses mechanic in the recycling center, we used to have a thing where we use that mechanic to kind of say that, oh, we're going in the houses and taking the recycling, and then they're giving us money, and we had documentation and everything for it. But then the police showed up and like thought we were robbing the house actually. And obviously they accepted it afterwards, but that terrified me. I was so scared. I I'm too I'm too nervous.
Yeah, don't be.
Yeah. I know, I know.
Nerves are like nerves are meant to be conquered, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I was nervous when I started the Joanna Manic arc and kidnapped Happy. And
There you go.
that paid off, except I fell off a waterfall and died. That was great. Things
Okay.
always work out. Alright. Well, I
What
think
about you? Well,
yeah.
Well, as far as streaming is concerned, and I'm gonna say in general content creation. Because I just don't stream. I do content creation. Would be to get to the point where like I can start like uh making I don't want to say like making money off of it, but like my to show that like my YouTube side of things is like progressing as far as like the overall like video is concerned and stuff like that. Like knowing that like I'm progressing in my ability to not only put forth a compelling story episode and so forth. As far as RP, where I want to see myself go or and stuff like that is eventually, and I know I've mentioned this, but eventually I see myself like trying to go into the PD department
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
and learn that whole scheme of things because I dabbled with it and I've had like experience like with the overall stuff when I was uh, on my dispatch character, but not to a certain extent like everyone else does. And I wanted the experience of like going through, getting a character hired, try to get into a department and see where it goes from there.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
From a content creation standpoint, that's a hard thing because I never really consider myself a streamer in a lot of ways. Like, it's never been my goal to, like, oh, I'm gonna become famous off of streaming. Like, it was more a way for me to save all of my VODs. And,
Okay.
like, I religiously save everything I've done. I have VODs dating back to 2.0 highlighted. Uh, but then I have people here that seem to care, seem to enjoy what I do, and it's like, oh, I guess I should do more stuff. And
Okay.
I I don't know where I want to go. It's a tough question. Starting
Mm,
the Snug Bug Club was kind of a experiment for me and doing something different, not a podcast,
yeah.
trying
Doing something
something.
outside of the box.
Yeah, exactly. Uh I all I want is just keep being happy. That's all I need is just feeling content with what I'm doing and chatting with people. I love chatting with people in my community.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. You?
I want to continue to build a community to the point is where it is just a permanent safe place for people to go and show their arts, their activities, and just like a general space where people can, you know, have fun and, meet people and just enjoy.
Yes.
And in RP wise, I would like to step out boundaries and actually start making my characters have some friends who are not just people they work with.
Yeah. That's always hard.
It is because it's nerve wracking because it's like you don't know how it's gonna go, but at the same time, I shouldn't be limiting myself anymore.
Yeah. Yep. Pushing limits is hard but worth it. Always.
Yeah.
Uh I I never want to stay stagnant. I don't think anyone does. Or well, maybe some people, but I
One
feel like
day, sometime soon.
yeah. I feel like some people maybe could use a bit of a different change in direction.
Mhm.
And I think that it's scary, but they might enjoy it. But for
Yeah.
me, who
I think
knows?
it I just wanna explore and I wanna see what more I can do within just the realm of no pixel.
Yeah.
What else can I get done?
Yeah, exactly. There's too much to get done.
Mhm.
But I'm never going to become a cop. Never.
Who knows? I might make Jeremy a cop.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, just to change it up a little bit on him. He's been a doctor for now 2 years.
Yeah. I can't imagine ever doing cop work. It sounds ugh. Sounds like too much. I mean, I never thought I'd be an EMS, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never really enjoyed cop streams or you know.
I think there's like a few cops that I enjoy watching their RP, especially like
Yeah.
Ziggy. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I mean, he's
Ziggy's just
Ziggy. He's
hilarious.
Ziggy.
Snow. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Snow.
feel like maybe I'd enjoy detective stuff, but even that's like you still gotta pick and chase and
Yeah.
go for shooting, which I have no no skill at shooting. I'm
Yeah, me neither.
terrible.
That's why I was like, as a cop, I don't mind taking the L. Less
Yeah.
paperwork.
Yeah. Oh god, I can't shoot for shit.
Yeah,
Even in the
that
arcade, I can't do it.
Jimmy's a shooter in the arcade.
Oh,
So it's not super high stakes, but
yeah. No, I don't play FPS games. I don't.
gotta
I've
start
I've
taking you
never
to that
even
Fortnite.
played GTA outside of No Pixel, which maybe that's a variety
That would
thing.
be a variety thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. That sounds like a variety night.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's possible. I've it would be fun. I think actually I played the tutorial just to get myself accustomed to it. But yeah. For variety, I have so many games like I have all the Half-Lives I got from like a bundle that cost like $2. I got Left 4 Dead. I have
You got some options.
yeah, Team Fortress 2. I have
Heck yeah.
I have the Portal the kind of sequel that people made that was like with time travel that I want to play but haven't because I fucking love Portal.
There you go.
The
You have
Portal
options.
Reloaded. Uh, what else do I have? I have Fallout. What the heck?
Fallout was a fun game.
Yeah. Oh, I have Binding of Isaac, which it says I have 3,000 hours in, which I don't believe. I don't think I've played it that much, but I do enjoy Binding of Isaac. Oh god.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, Fallout stream in the future, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking through all my games.
There you go.
Interesting.
You got
Interesting.
options. You got options.
Raft. I still feel like we should get people together to play Raft. No pixel
I've
Raft.
been trying so hard to get a group for RAF.
I would join it immediately.
I'm like I
We
went
can
to the
role play
points
in
where
Raft. That would be
yeah,
so funny. Like all our
I
characters
went
got
to the
stranded.
point I went to the point and I bought somebody the game too, and I'm like, you're gonna play.
Yeah,
I'm going
we
to
gotta get them together.
get
We gotta
people to
do it,
play with
dude.
me.
We'll do it. I'd join you because it's too much fun. All right. I
I
think
want to
we
get a raft crew together.
yeah we will. All right. I think we've exhausted our conversation topics. It has been 3 hours. Time
Wow.
flies.
When you're having fun.
Yeah, and crocheting. Little tiny dude.
Okay.
He actually came together really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks great.
Yeah. I have way too many of these guys to make.
Well, it's pretty cool the concept that you're doing it in though.
Yeah. Just it would be fun to sell them. Who's our victim today? Yeah, who are we raiding? Who do you guys think I should
Oh.
raid? I don't know.
Who
Hmm.
who is streaming?
Yeah. There's not a lot of people on my sidebar streaming right now.
Um, one small bumble is
Ooh.
playing Real Snowman.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Um, there's also I'm just Joe. She's Lennon Bundy, the new EMS.
Oh, there's another one.
Let's go Bumble since we kind of talked about Braille Snowman, right?
There we
Oh,
go.
that's good.
That's perfect.
Perfect, perfect. Oh, who is it that you just made? I don't know. Yeah. All right. I
It
will.
is a doll.
Yeah, it's a doll. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I will send you guys all over. This has been amazing. And I will see all you later, okay?
Wait, before you end
Wait.
it, chat.
Oh,
I want to let you guys know that you are all valued, you are all loved, and you are all amazing human beings. Be safe, be good, be kind to one another. Peace and thank you.
oh. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.